Shut up and sit down.
Go. Yes, I quickly had to dip and get a cup of tea, folks, because I've got a throat dried and Gandhi's flip-flop again, so apologies.
It was required.
Apologies for the very, very slight delay. What happened there? Yeah, let's just pop me chat out and I can then see what's going on. So bear with me, folks.
Out.
Yeah, it's one of them nights, innit, eh? Right.
Do you want to
no, I've got the chat
go.
all loaded, mate. I've got it all loaded. It's just I need to have this one right in front of me at the moment because I can't see the iPad properly. In the chat there, let's have a look at the chat first, but I've just loaded it. We got myself and Fox saying hello. Hello, gang.
Hello.
How you doing? Farm Sim Schultz is in. He says, hi, Festa and all. How's it going? It is going fine, dandy and windswept until we hit that big red button that says go live and then chaos ensues, folks.
Oh, yeah.
PJ's in, he says, no, you can't make me watch this. Oh, well, okay. I am a sucker for a sob story stream. Well, you don't have to watch if you don't want to, mate. Good evening, Colin, Guffle, Fox, modelling, Friday, Frolicers everywhere. There you go.
If he's not watching, I'll get the bluey car out.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Can you let me know about audio and video as well, folks, just to let me know that that's going on, because I haven't had a chance to check my sound settings yet. So, yeah. Space Rangers is in, says hi, PJ. Hello,
Space Rangers.
John Alec is in, says hi, buddies. Hello, John. How you doing? Jeff is in, the model making community's very own Carl Sagan, saying hi, Festa Foxx, FSS, SS, SRRS even, PJ, Jasm, and all in chat. Check it out, he says, there are new icons available. I'm a man of my word, Jeff, and you said you wanted a GNU, so I did you a GNU.
Oh, you got a GNU? Let me go back and see. Hang on.
Yeah. So
I'll find that later.
I did him a GNU, folks.
Every new set of discoveries raises a host of questions, which we were never before wise enough to even ask.
There you go.
Bit of Carl Sagan for you.
Absolutely. Everyone say hello to Jeff. PJ says, hi, Jeff. Happy Friday. And John Alex says, hugs, mate. What else is going on? Jeff says, laugh out loud. It's all good here. Jeff Light says hi to Colin and Fox and chat. Hello, Jeff. Love to you and Maggie, mate.
Welcome.
PJ says, latecomers, sorry you missed the great stream. A good night, everyone. Yep, good night, PJ. Take care, mate.
Bye. Thanks for coming. Come again, try the fish.
Ross says, good evening. Oh, must be something I said. Jeff Lights saying hello to Jeff. Jeff Light says audio and video is all right. Ross says hi to PJ. He says, no gold hot pants emojis. I'm disappointed. They are on the cards, mate. They are on the cards. I did 3 initial ones for Jeff. And, yeah, there are hot pants, moob tubes, and various other fun and shenanigans that are going to be done as emojis because why not? Jeff says, Guffon. Guffon, he says, you tarts. Guffon. James is in. Evening, morning, Colin, Fox. All in chat, Festa and Fox, Unks, and Jeff has gone, look, it's a new GNU, and it is a very cute. It's a very cute little GNU, isn't it?
It's a round boy GNU.
He's a bit of a polka, isn't he? Don't forget,
is he saying, how do you do?
Absolutely, I'm a GNU, you know. I'll get it out in a minute. Don't forget, folks, if you want to use these icons, become a channel member. You can do that by clicking the join button below any of these videos. See what I did? And become a channel member. Or you can help support the channel and keep the content coming by heading over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop. Or you can click the $ below and put in a super chat. It all goes in a big pot. And it helps pay for all of this 1440p. Right. Goodness, yeah.
Yes.
Because it all costs money at the end of the day.
Yeah. There's only so much. There's only so much we can both earn on street corners. It's not that profitable. So,
Exactly. I mean, to pay for this, I have to flash a bit of leg and get a mob out, and it ain't a good look. James has
getting
been a
back in again is
member.
real hard work.
James has been a member for 35 months. I always said he was a member. See what I did.
I see what you did there.
So, question of the night is bench, belly, and beverage. What is on the bench? What is in your belly? What is your beverage of choice? Finished the thing, done it. That's Monday, isn't it? Yeah.
That's Monday.
Next question. Fox, how's you?
Yes,
How's my mum?
I'm fine. We don't care about that. Our Mama Wolf is absolutely fine. She had a busy day yesterday, so she's taking it easy today. She's being a good girl yesterday.
She got allowed out in public, didn't she, mate?
Yeah, I know. It's not normal, that. So
That
she's
is
out all day.
scary stuff, mate.
Yeah, so she's downstairs watching some nonsense on ITV3 and eating sticky buns at the minute.
Was she a good girl?
She was a very good girl yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
She earned herself a beer with the dinner.
Oh, look at her, eh? I could just imagine dancing on the table. Get back to the wild side of love.
Sadly, it's alcohol-free, but there you go.
Oh, there.
She'd still try it just to get away with it.
Of course she would, mate.
She'd be dancing on the table like Black Mum. It's not alcoholic.
PJ says, a canoe for you. It rhymes to Jeff. Yeah, absolutely. Got to have a little bit of canoe-ness in you, because why not? And if you can think of any emoticons or emojis or whatever they're called, let me know and I'll do the designage and I'll pop them on there as a list of emojis that you can use. Obviously, family friendly because,
I'd say worms, but they wouldn't look like much as a little tiny emoticon, would they?
Yeah, so anyway, geez, I digress.
Yes.
I digress, you know.
When did you go into the legal trade?
Have you know, sat here in my smoking jacket and hot pants. What are you up to today, geez?
Well, Gutham's getting worried because there's a bowl of soapy water and there's some towels.
You're washing your bits, aren't you?
And there's some toothbrushes, and Gutham's getting a bit nervous because he really hates bath night. He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it at all. But no, tonight I will be cleaning my bits. Yes.
Getting your bits out, ain't you?
I get my bits. I've got a handful of resin kits that I need to get everything cleaned up before I can even start cleaning them, with the knives and stuff. So I'm going to be doing some scrub. I'm going to be a scrubber tonight and do lots of scrubbing and cleaning.
Absolutely. PJ says, I'm doing good to James. We need to catch up at some point. Oh, he's like Blofeld. He's sitting there going, so, Mr. Bond, we meet again.
No, I expect you to
James says, that sounds like a plan there, PJ Bud. Oh, there you go.
I don't like it when James and PJ plan.
Yeah, bit of bud love going on there. Bit of bud love going on.
Steady now.
Yeah. So,
what about you, mate? What are you up to tonight, then?
I am going to be doing a bit of checkers, mate. A bit of the old have you some of that on the front of that.
Checkers.
Starting to lay them out is the plan. Whether or not it goes to fruition is another matter. But, yeah, that's the plan tonight. So I want to lay them out and see how we get on. Oscar Modelling says, hello everyone. Bench is the Revell London bus. Belly is roast pork and beverage is Coke. Happy days, mate.
Very nice.
Happy days.
Is that just like a bowl of roast pork and nothing else? Just bowl of pork? We approve of that.
Bowl of
pork.
Get your bowl of pork here.
Just a bowl of meat, a general meat of any kind is just like perfectly acceptable.
You want to eat a bowl of meat, mate, that's up to you. But me personally, see what I did.
If God didn't want us to eat animals, he wouldn't make them of meat.
Exactly that.
See what I mean? Logic, that you can't get around that.
I am impressed with that. Is that Fox logic?
Look, chicken. I've got a big fat hen.
Oh, nice. They say if you want to get a head, get a hen.
Oh, you got a template. I like that.
Yeah, I said weeks ago that I was using the template.
Yeah, I blinked since then.
I know you just don't listen to anyone other than you, do you?
I do listen. I don't remember anything.
No.
You said something weeks ago. It's gone minutes later. Right.
There you go.
Start with this lighter.
And this is just to get the initial shape. This will only stay on for one very, very thin brush-coated layer, and then the rest of it will be done freehand. But this is just so that I can lay it out with a reasonable bit of accuracy.
Yeah. just the template to start off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which makes perfect sense.
He says trying to do it on and out breath so that I don't, I'm using an air vent as a guide right at the very top, just to get me centre line right, because if you get it Brahms and Liszt at this stage, it's going to stick out like the proverbial blind cobbler's thumb.
Yeah.
And talking of thumbs, my thumb is beginning to heal very slowly.
Oh, good lad. Then there'll be no evidence of your mishap.
No.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if you're painting checkers on orc stuff, you can get them a bit wonky because it doesn't matter. But when you're painting something like Eldari, they need to be nice and straight.
Exactly that, mate.
Scale
Modern Ninja has put in a £5 super chat. Thank you very kindly, Ross. Thank you very much for your generosity there, mate. That will be put to very, very good use, mate.
Yes. John Alex Scale Modelling is in and says, bench, mini art Panzer 4, belly, cheese and crackers, beverages, vodka, vodka and lemonade.
Oh, nice one.
While you're doing that, I'll chat Dolly for you. JC Bricks says, belly, sausages and chips. Sausage and chips.
Oh,
bench,
nice one.
Airfix 148th Westland Merlin and Lego Ferrari 312T or 312T, Nicky Lauder. Beverage was coffee.
Oh, nice one.
G'day to Oz Scale Modelling. G'day, bro.
G'day, Oz.
PJ says, belly, sirloin steak with mushrooms, fried tomato, onions and chips. That's how you do it, you see. Bench, 1/16th Minecraft MG TC Midget. Nearly finished, in truth. Beverage,
nice.
Bailey's cool and smooth, round and earthy.
Oh, nice one.
Be saying hello to Oz. Jeff Light says, in me belly, beef and onion pie and the usual veg. Beverage is a mug of tea. A bench earlier was a Dodge Viper GTS.
Oh, nice one. Apologies, I'm off screen. It's just I'm having to use my eyes of seeing this at the moment.
Oh, don't worry about that. My belly tonight was... What did I have for dinner? I forgot what I had for dinner now. Oh, fish and chips. It was belly for me, fish and chips. And Bench was going to be priming some stuff earlier today from rattle cans going outside, and I was actually able to, get myself prepared and ready while it was still daylight.
Yeah.
And it was just far too damn cold. It's like it's just going to freeze the moment it leaves the spray. I'm just not even going to bother.
Yeah, that's not on, mate, is it?
No. I mean, you can rattle can spray outdoors in cold weather, but not when it's frosty and icy. I'm like, I'll just leave it till next week.
You'll end up getting all of the molecular stuff going on.
Molecular.
Yeah, water molecules, in other words, folks.
Molecules. Right. I like molecules.
You're made of molecules.
I don't want to break your concentration, but can you tell us your belly?
Yeah, you've already broke it, so I'll do that again in a sec.
No.
Cup of tea. Belly, as you know, is always late at night.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just peel that back off.
Right, let's get these.
But yeah, I don't have me dinner until the early hours. So
you don't know what it is yet. I knew that. I just didn't know if you knew what it was.
You just wanted to distract me, didn't you, you git?
I did not want to distract you.
There you go. Once you get it in position, it's relatively straightforward. But with this pattern, the human eye will pick it up if it's Brahms and Liszt. The human eye is PJ, basically. He's got eyes like an orc, mate. And if anyone is going to spot a blemish in any paint job that I do, it's going to be PJ. And he'll be sitting there rocking in his chair going, I want to say something, I want to say something, I want to say something.
Yeah. Eyes like the proverbial outhouse rat. It has ears. I'm just going to move the microphone while I...
There you go. And I mean that in the nicest way. It's only banter. Right, so we've got that down. Let's get a bit of corn red on there.
Corn red.
Because I want my darkest of base colours.
I'm starting with my Arvus lighter, which is my little Imperial flying troop carrier.
Oh, nice one.
That cleaned up. It's the little flying. I think it's called a flying pig because it's a little box with no weapons.
You're a flying pig.
Well, thank you very much.
You're made of flying pigs, aren't you?
You're made of just bums.
How far did you get in the chat, mate?
All done.
Oh, right, okay.
Spider pig.
You can have a bit of that, folks. Right, let's get a bit of
Thank
pong
you.
red. Cool, that is dark, but I want it to be dark because it's a bit of that.
What does the god Corn have for his breakfast? Cornflakes.
Yeah. Drag Christ has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much for your subscription, mate. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Feel free to join in the chat. Always nice to get a new subscriber. Isn't it surprising? You go through your video analytics, it's surprising how many people watch your content that are actually not subscribed. So if you are watching the channel, just hit that subscribe button, folks. It is free after all. And it really does help grow the channel.
Yeah, and it just means if Colin does a last minute live stream, you're going to get told about it.
Yeah. Which is a thing going forward, because I shall be randomly hitting the live button when I'm at the bench at night. Because I'm a night owl. People that know me well know that I stay up overnight because I just struggle to sleep. So rather than me just sit here on me lonesome, I'm going to start just randomly hitting the live button. So ring that bell, folks, because it will happen. Otherwise, you'll get Uncle Weavy and Fish Tank streams, and we all know how much you love them.
Yeah, he has got Uncle Weavy. He has got the Uncle Weavy program on his computer, so yeah.
PJ says, I have your paint job on extreme close-up. Just saying, no pressure. Thanks, PJ. Yeah. Yeah. No pressure, he says.
You, work harder.
Yeah. So...
You're being watched. Work harder.
Let's get a little bit of water on the wet palette just to the one side so that I can really try to thin this paint down. Almost like a semi-glaze.
I'm doing that for you, idiot.
I don't know what I'm doing this for, but I am an idiot.
I'm talking to myself. I was cutting the key off the model, but like at the wrong end, which was totally stupid. Ooh, look, if I get these two keys together and do that, I can make a really fat Dalek base.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's a big key. It's a big chunk of resin that I'm going to throw away.
I always keep mine.
What, your big key blocks?
Yeah, purely and simply, if I'm doing a diorama that needs blocks or barricades, they come in really handy for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Get your barricades here. Free for a pound.
A pound. I'm not going to do anything with that clear piece, am I?
And I'm literally just putting the thinnest and thinnest of brush coats down at the moment. Using my very beautiful God-hand brush, because I do like these ickle brushes.
You like them, don't you?
Obligatory
marry them.
Yeah, obligatory grip like a good one on the pinky finger just to stop me twitching. And I'm well away. Don't worry about getting it over the edges of your stencil, because you're going to be reusing this many times.
Yeah, and there's always back and forth tidy up anyway, so... John Alex Scale Modelling says, and the like button too as well, please.
Yes.
So yeah, make sure you're hitting that like button. There's not enough soapiness in there. More soapiness.
It's all good fun. That's a bizarre little sound. What's that?
That's the resin just jostling about in my glass bowl.
Oh,
it's quite pleasant, isn't it?
It is.
It's like a little delicate Buddhist noise. We invite the bell to ring.
That's what it's. Yeah, it does. It's like that little, yeah. The Buddhist bell. I can't think the name of it, but
there's a Buddhist monk whose name I can't remember. He's a Vietnamese guy, and he had just the most relaxing voice ever. He died a couple of years ago, sadly. But
oh right, yeah.
He had this softest voice, and he had this little sort of Vietnamese accent. And he was there on this video, and he's saying, I can't do his voice, but he's saying, like, we don't strike the bell. We invite the bell to sound.
Yeah.
He says, because striking is a bit we don't do violence. So we don't hit the bell. We don't strike the bell. We invite it to sound.
Oh.
Which means you...
Does it make a happy little sound?
It goes, wee bong.
Let's get that done on there.
Did lots of. If you look up videos on mindfulness or something, he does a lot of videos on mindfulness.
Yeah.
He's got a Vietnamese name. He's a lovely fella. He's world famous, but he's just dead relaxing to listen to. I watched his funeral on YouTube. It was fascinating.
Oh.
He went back to. He was banned from Vietnam after the revolution, and other things happened.
Yeah.
But then he was allowed back in his final years, and when they had his funeral, they put him on a bed, like a flat bed.
Yeah.
And then they carried that in his finery, and then they carried him to the temple, and then they did all the bits and bobs, the meditations and stuff, and then they put him in this casket that was about 7 foot tall. It looked like. Yeah. And then they sort of laid him in it right at the bottom, and then just proceeded to fill it with like millions and millions of flower petals.
Oh, nice one. Oh, thanks.
And just compress it.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Jeff says his new 5-piece dry brush set from Artify, ordered from Festa's Amazon store page, has arrived, and the quality appears to be exceptional. In case you're wondering, folks, that's what they are. They are a stunning, nicely presented set. You get your dampening pad and a bit of brush cleaner. And I can thank Edward Leonard for putting me in touch with him. There's also the Artify brush sets in there as well. If you fancy a nice set of brushes, grab them. But certainly for your dry brushing goodness. Yeah. So thank you, Jeff, for your purchase, mate. I get a little tiny kickback from that because as an affiliate, I do earn. And it all helps keep me going.
Where can people find links to these amazing Amazon stores, dude?
They're all on my website, mate. I did say that.
Oh, in the chat beneath the video as well?
Yeah, there is a link in there, yeah.
There you go.
Thanks for pointing out my failures, mate. Massively appreciated.
No, I just wanted to make sure everything was covered for you.
He mothers me. I was sat on his knee just before we went live getting burped.
Oi, that's personal, that. That's weekend conversation.
Yeah. He's like, have you done enough spider pigs? No, Fox, I need to do one more. There you go.
Just making sure people know where to go.
Yeah, it's all on the website.
Yeah.
All the pictorials on there. There's loads of different brush sets that I've put up as well, so they can see all of them.
I have to get a set of those brushes.
They are. They're just, you know. Nice little set of 5 dry brushes, mate. Cheap as chips.
I need some good floofy round, those floofy round dry brushes like those and the Artist Opus and stuff.
Yeah.
Just because all I've got is like the GW flat chisel edge, which is great for certain things, but for lots of soft blends, I need to get some of the.
I've got the AP dry brush set. I couldn't afford the Artist Opus, to be honest with you, so I
can't afford them right for me.
I went for the next best one, which is the RB Painters. But with the Artify ones, you get a set of 5, but they can be your workhorse dry brushes, can't they? And yeah, so
nice. I shall check those out.
They are a good little set, folks.
You're a good little set.
Yeah.
I might check those out later.
There you go. Soon to be added to Fox's Amazon store.
No. That requires effort, and I'm far too lazy for that. You're doing on your store, thank you very much.
A big thank you to Edward for putting me onto them, because I never knew of them.
No, I've not heard of them before.
You know, I don't know all of the products, you know, it's like anything. We tend to know our brands that we use, and that tends to be what we stick to, isn't it? And
yeah, I think as well, because it's not a cheap hobby, we tend to get a couple of things, a few brands that we like, and then we don't, unless we really know we're making a good investment, we don't tend to veer from that because it's too expensive to buy the wrong thing, really, isn't it?
This is it. I mean, when I was looking for what I would class as me high-end brush purchase, I spoke with Si, because he's obviously a Golden Demon winner. And said to him, you know, Artist Opus or Broken Toads? And he went, Broken Toads, mate. I've got both, and I prefer the Toads, to be honest with you. I was like, if anyone's going to know. Yeah.
That's the thing. Money's tight. You don't want to spend money on something that's not going to be good for you. So We tend to get what we like and stick to it unless we know for sure.
Well, the thing is it's through the kind donations that people make that I can get these things. So I like to spend their money wisely, you know, and not make an impulse purchase, you know, actually give it some thought and some consideration because, you know, folks are good enough to help support. The least I can do is a bit of research to spend their money wisely.
Yeah, you're not going to use that money for like the Disney Plus subscription and 10 bags of Harry Potter.
Good God, no. Anything that goes into the channel pot is straight away used for the hobby and the hobby only. That's it.
Yep. That's the way it should be. Because it's basically, you know, they're helping you out, and then their return is that you're giving them the content using the stuff they've been able to help you buy.
And the eagle-eyed will notice that there is a sudden influx of content going up because I've had a good couple of weeks and I'm beginning to get back into my normal routine. So keep an eye out, folks. There are going to be a lot of video builds coming through, and so little updates at the moment, little bench updates. Don't forget as well, folks, chats is a thing now on Patreon. Get the app for your iPhone. It's soon to be coming to browsers because I've had an email from Patreon this morning letting me know. So it will be coming up on the Patreon web browser as well. But what it is it's very similar to the Facebook Messenger chat groups, but it just enables you to chat with me directly whilst I'm at the bench. And I can, you know, if any of you say what you're currently working on, I can just quickly take a picture, put it straight in that chat group, and you can see it in real time.
Yeah, chat to each other as well.
Exactly. So I've been playing with the chat with Smurf just to see how back and forth it works, and you know how it works in real time, and it's definitely a thing to use. So it's all set up as patrons. You've all got access to it. So pop in and say hi.
Yeah. Especially if you don't have access to Facebook, because some people don't like or want Facebook. So
exactly, a lot of my patrons don't do the Facebook thing, which is why I do all their gallery posts for them. Jeff has put in a $5 super chat. He says he said he's for choosing wisely. Thank you, Jeff. So he's a man of wisdom, isn't he? Dorkosaurus says, looking forward to it, Colin. Yes, it is a thing. It's a simple app. Download it. It's not, you know, it's not marketing or anything like that and using the data erroneously even. It's just a nice way to get in touch with us. And, yeah, you get to see what I'm up to.
Yes, it'll be on desktop soon, which will be much easier.
Yeah.
Or much more handy for some of us.
But for me, I have my phone just off shot there on a stand. So when I'm at the bench, if someone's chatting to me on the Patreon chat, I will see it and I can go, blah, 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 I'll take a picture, mate. What are you working on? I'm painting this. Oh, show us. Yeah, no worries. There you go. Have a picture.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good.
Especially for the Americans, because normally I'm up at the time of night when they'll be sat at their benches chilling out. So, hence why the random lives will be starting, because I get to stream at a time that's convenient for the large American audience. So,
yes,
that's what it's all about.
Dorkosaurus says, PJ Lewis asked Dorkosaurus, what's a rutabaga? And he says, I think it's a root vegetable. They taste pretty good. At the moment I read the word rutabaga, I instantly flashed back to a Scooby-Doo annual that I had, purely because the artwork was fantastic. It was like it was all hand-drawn, black and white artwork, and it was just so crisp and neat. And I can't remember who the artist was now. And that mentioned rutabagas, and it reminded me. So I know now. Looking forward to it, Colin, says Dorkosaurus.
Yeah, hopefully, like I say, because I've been acutely conscious this year that for one reason or another, I've not been able to put up the usual amount of content, and it's bugged me a lot. And I'm hoping now that I've had the ticker procedure done that things are going to settle down a bit for me and enable me to get back to what I enjoy doing most, which is interacting with you wonderful folks. So
He enjoys it more than his pole dancing.
yes, I do.
Wait, was that my inside voice again coming out?
Yeah, you was thinking out loud, weren't you?
Oh, sorry, mate. I'm giving it away now. Spoiled your surprise. Sorry.
A gentle peel off of the stencil, because I don't want to put my big old pinky right in the middle of what I've just painted. But I don't want to leave the stencil on for too long, because I'm worried, even though this has got a satin coat, I am worried about leaving it down too long.
Yeah, in case it pulls stuff off.
Leaving it down too long. There you go.
What pram has it got on it?
What do you reckon of that?
Oh, hey, now, see.
You get what I mean? Now I've got to go round and redo all the diamonds so that the points meet in the middle, see? Because that's the only thing with the stencil. Yeah.
See, so you know what I really love about that? I know it's not going to be, that's not the way it's going to be, but right there, the minute where you've got the matte diamonds and the satin backdrop.
Yeah.
It's a nice little contrast. I know that's not how it'll end, but that's looking pretty damn good there, dude. Check your chat.
I will do, mate. I'm just going to put my stencil down first.
Oh, okay.
Bear with me.
A vinyl stencil?
Yes. Yeah, I just want to get that in place. I do apologise. But I just want to get that back in place because I am going to do more of these vehicles because I'm a sucker for punishment. But see, that's now ready for the next time I use it. PJ Lewis has put in a £10 super chat. Wow, thank you. He says, a few coins to make you feel better should the paint job not go well. However, it will go well. I have faith in you. Diamond painting geezer. Oh, bless you. Thank you, PJ. And yeah, it's gone down roughly where I want it. I can now enlarge the diamonds so that the tips meet. And then I can where I've got the floating ones, I'm going to add them in manually. Because why not?
Yeah, they're not quite as uniformly spaced and stuff, are they? So you can...
No, there you go. You've got your on-screen air guitar, mate, because I've just had my ring-a-ding-dingo, mate.
What about the air guitar?
Yeah, and that was a thing where a malicious hacker had gotten into the site that does all of the jingles, so they had to shut all the jingles down. So,
oh yeah,
yeah, yeah. In case people wondered, because a lot of people had it. Same with Stream Elements; they had a similar thing where someone had got into the back end, and yeah, so they isolated everything.
Nothing worse than somebody getting in your back end. Dorcasaurus says there's a what's in belly further up the chat. I guess he says, don't pay the ransom, I escaped. Dinner tonight is grilled pork chops, rutabaga and some green beans. I admire a man who eats something that he doesn't know what it is. That's quite impressive. You have my respect.
One. I like the way he pointed that out, knowing that I have a habit of not scrolling up.
Yeah. Well, in our own little personal chats the other day. Vincent actually asked you a question.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Vincent asked you a question about 3D printing, I think yesterday.
Oh, right.
And then the conversation carried on for about like 5 or 6 different comments. So I think earlier on today I put a thing in saying, you're best to ask Colin directly because he's not going to scroll up and see that. And he went, oh yeah, good point.
yeah. I am that useless, folks.
Yes, he asked you a question about 3D printing stuff. So I thought I better get him to message you directly, otherwise you'll never see it.
They know me so well, don't they?
Yeah. The thing is, it's weird. It's almost frustrating when you're in a group chat with like 4 or 5 people, and it's all, especially like when we do the Monday night show, we've got this little chat for it. Because like if there'll be times when I'll say at Colin, I'll at him and I'll say, dude, question, and then Chris and Ted will do like 20 comments. I'll be like, oh,
yeah,
because he's never going to see it. Yeah, I'll do you directly. Never mind.
I normally literally go in. Scroll up a couple of lines, just to see that people are behaving, and then I just leave them to it. So, yeah.
It is the way of things. It is the Festa way.
Amount of times I get a message during the day, scroll up. Yeah. I'm like, oh, really? Again?
Really? Oh, with the words and the scrolling. Yeah. Dorkosaurus, I'm not scared of food. I'll eat just about anything. And then PJ Lewis says, I'll keep my fingers away from you then. Quite nervous about the canopy on this little harvest lighter because it's got holes for the canopy and they give you a very thin sheet of acetate that you can cut the windows out of.
Yeah.
You have to mark them, you have to measure them yourself. There's nothing built into it. It's just here's a square of acetate, off you go. And it's like, if I mess it up, I'm kind of knackered. I have to find some thin, clear plastic from somewhere and cut it all, and it could be interesting. So I'm kind of looking forward to that in a way, dreading getting it wrong.
Yeah.
We shall see. We shall see. Apparently they used to do it in clear resin, but it was just garbage.
Oh, right, yeah.
It was like frosty, like just not, it was just, yeah. So now they put a little clear piece of acetate in there for you. La la la. You'll draw back a nub, says Dorkosaurus.
Yeah. Nubs. Get your nubs here,
Nubs.
free for a pound.
Free for a pound.
There we go. Sound like you're having fun there.
It's fun, there's just scrubbing. Scrubby.
I always said you was a scrubber.
But I never denied it. Getting all the mould release off. Forge World's patented and well-known industrial grips like a leech Ford mould release. That.
Oh, yeah, stronger than kryptonite, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to just really give it the beans when you scrub this stuff off. Which is why I do it like in the soapy water for ages, and then in the clear water, and then we leave it. I've never had it fail me yet. Doing it this way.
I'll bung a dishwasher tablet in there.
Yeah.
And leave it overnight, and then do all the scrubby kins the following morning.
We don't have a dishwasher. We're not that advanced, unfortunately. I live up north, remember? We're kind of still in the Stone Age up here.
Just don't have to have a dishwasher to have dishwasher tablet.
Seems far too advanced for the northerners up here. Scrubby noises.
I was going to say, it's like having Dave in.
I'm trying to do it as quietly as I can, you see, which I'm trying to do some of it underwater for this thing.
Right, this I'm mocking you, dear.
This is the scritchy bit. The other bit's a bit quieter, but...
It's affectionately even known as doing a Dave.
I know.
And even Dave giggles.
Mind you, I could do it there, but that would be a proper Dave.
Oh, that would be a proper Dave.
If I did it that close.
Yeah.
I wonder how these wings sit. This thing is so adorable when you build it. I don't know which way around it goes.
Yeah, but all of those sort of things are, aren't they? At the end of the day, it's just different things, isn't it?
It's like a flying 432, but with no armaments at all.
Yeah.
And about as much body armour as a larder.
I can always remember a fella hitting one of them with his Capri. The Capri was obliterated and the larder had a bent bumper.
Yeah, finest
pig iron ever, isn't it? It's like,
it's just made of like pig iron and steel and rocks.
Yeah, that one did make me giggle. It was like, yeah.
I was shocked one day when I saw a Series 3 that had hit a dog, and like the whole front end of this Series 3 was just crumpled in like it was made of paper.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, apart from the engine, there really is no like reinforcements on the old Series 3s at all. It's like if you hit something, it's just...
PJ's asking you what it is you're washing.
I am washing. Oh, I forgot my towel to keep my hands dry. One sec, let me get the other towel. I shall show you with the looking in the showing. I am... Oh, hang on, trying not to trip over my own cable. I am cleaning the parts to make the Forge World Horus Heresy Arvus Lighter, which is a tiny, stubby little personnel carrier thing. It's like a... It's kind of like a stubby little runabout with like one pilot and then a crew compartment in the back, and it's this stubby little adorable thing. I can't really get a decent picture of it, but it's like... I'll see if I can get these two parts to go together. Hang on. It's like that kind of shape. There'll be some heat, there'll be some bending required there.
Yeah.
It's that kind of shape with the little wings that stick over the top, and then engines, and then that's it. And there's like a crew. It's like a little APC but flies. And you play it in game. It literally, you drop 12 people in and then fly it off because it gets destroyed by the smallest of small arms fire.
Yeah. Nice one.
I don't think anybody who's ever bought this thing has ever played it in a game of on the tabletop, because it's just not practical. But everybody buys it because it's just so adorable.
That's what a lot of the vehicles are like, though. You see it. A bit like when I got my Cromlech half-track rocket launcher. You know, it's just like, cute alert, cute alert. It was like, yeah, I've got to get it.
Yeah, it's like the grot tanks and things like that as well. It's just, you can't not.
Can't not get them.
I think even the hardest, coldest of hearted, not interested in Warhammer modelers would have a little bit of a giggle at the grot tanks and be like, I want to paint that because it's so cute.
Oh, I don't know. I can think of one person.
Oh, I know exactly who you're thinking of. We both know who you're thinking of. And he knows as well.
Oh, yeah.
And he's about to put a comment in chat.
Our very own model-making Inspector Dreyfus.
Looks like a Star Trek shuttle pod. Don't tell Sarah Jane I said that. I don't care. I'll tell her anything. But yeah, it's a bit like a shuttle pod crossed with a runabout. It's like a little stubby runabout almost.
Yeah.
But it's just totally adorable.
Yeah.
I might see if I can find somewhere, because I've seen some does a real good decal sheet for Pan Am decals, just in all different shapes and sizes.
Oh right, yeah.
So I kept me, so I might get some and make it a Pan Am shuttle pod, just for no reason whatsoever. Because Pan Am's just brilliant. You remember when I said I got the Colonial 1 kit, the Mobius Colonial 1 kit from Battlestar Galactica?
Yes.
And I was disappointed because it was actually rubbish when I got the kit out of the box. I was going to paint it in the Pan Am livery.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because it kind of looked like an old Boeing, but with rocket engines. Pan Am still exists, you know, as a brand. It's still an active brand. But it's purely for merchandising.
Yeah, I think they had their time, didn't they? A bit like TWA, wasn't it?
Yep. Nowadays, if you made a company called TWA, your PR guys would be like, please don't call it TWA, because that's the worst idea you can make it called. Yeah, I think somebody bought, the Pan Am went out of business and somebody bought the brand, and then they use the brand now on like clothing and stuff purely as a brand. It's like, cool, you can actually buy the 1970 style Pan Am little sort of Adidas sport bag type things that you used to have for school.
I mean, the licensing possibilities are there to see, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah. It's like if you think about like just the jet set era, Pan Am is that brand that just leaps out and says, this is the brand that everybody knows is that kind of age of jet travel.
Yeah.
Pan Am. Let's have a look. Jeff says, don't have to have a dishwasher to have a dishwasher tablet. Wisdom.
Exactly. See, Jeff, this is what you tune in for, mate. Festa's wisdom on things.
Yep. He knows many things. Where are we up to?
Don't tell everyone, though, because they'll all want a bit of my wisdom.
Yeah. I can't be... I only know 3 things, so...
I know nothing about anything and anything about nothing, but I'll have a good go at trying to explain it and say it.
Dorkosaurus says the little harvest lighter is cool looking. It is kind of adorable.
It is, isn't it?
Dorkosaurus says... where are we? That's my adverts. That's YouTube for you. PJ Lewis looks like... Oh, we've done that one. Colin, speaking of kits, says PJ, I've made a recent purchase. Colin, something I think you're going to be jealous of. Check your messenger for a picture.
Oh, will do, mate. I'll have a lookykins in a sec, PJ.
I won't... PJ, Dorkosaurus says, PJ, I won't tell Sarah Jane, but it would cost you a kit of my choice.
Yeah.
You know what? I blackmail him and tell Sarah Jane anyway, because I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll throw everybody under every bus.
Yeah.
E.
There you go.
La, 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 la.
This is the tongue-out, laborious stage, I'm afraid, folks, so apologies if I'm a little quiet. Once I've marked these out, I'll be all right. I'll be able to interact
I'll keep
a bit.
it on the chat for you.
But I'm desperately trying not to twitch, so...
No, that's all right. You focus on that. Jeff says the Orion 3 spacecraft from 2001: A Space Odyssey kit used to come with Pan Am decals, but I don't think they do that anymore. Yeah, they might not have got the license anymore to make those. Just an iconic logo, though.
Was, wasn't it?
If you think about like iconic logos, so many of them are like just not modern. Because modern brands and logos are mostly pap.
I always find it very poignant when I watch a pre-2001 movie that has the New York skyline on it.
Yeah.
Because it does leave a lump in your throat, doesn't it? Even now you see it and you're like, oh my God.
You're like, oh, yeah, that's...
Yeah, I do. I know it probably sounds daft, but it does. I find it quite poignant seeing that, and it's just like, yeah, lets you reflect, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Apologies for that random thought there, but...
Random thoughts? Nothing wrong with random thoughts, as we've built our careers on random thoughts. You know that. It is how we do.
There you go.
PJ says, Dorkosaurus, you've changed, not for the good, just saying. And Dorkosaurus says, lol, just seizing the opportunity. Opportunity!
Yeah.
I can't hear the word opportunity now and not hear a Ferengi saying opportunity.
Yeah.
I can't. It's a Ferengi word now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It will always be a Ferengi word and pronounced like that now. Opportunity.
Profit.
Profit.
Yeah.
Brunt, FCA. You've got to give props to the actor that played Brunt of the FCA, indeed, because he played like every other character ever as well.
Yeah.
He played so many different roles in every single Star Trek series. I can't remember his name now. He played Brunt. He played Shran in Enterprise.
Yeah.
He played... I can't think as well. I've forgotten his name. But he had so many different roles. He played the Vorta. Where you... Can't remember his name. I remember seeing an interview with him once, and he said, it's kind of got to the point where they write some Star Trek stuff and they just kind of have me on standby because they'll have me in there somewhere. Playing somebody.
Hey, mate, at the end of the day, it's all work, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah. Do Jeff Combs, that's it. Jeff Combs. James Combs.
It was a bit like Al Leone, wasn't it? He used to always play the Asian kung fu fighter that always got killed in every Chuck Norris film.
Oh, did he?
And he had that balding mullet hairdo. And used to sort of give it the old hi, and get the bejesus kicked out of him and die in every film he was in. But, you know, he made an absolute fortune out of it.
So he was basically the Asian Sean Bean.
Pretty
Dies
much.
in every film he's in.
Pretty much. But yeah, he did a rather interesting interview about it, you know, because people are like, oh, you know, you never do a mainstream role. He said, why should I? He said, because in the time it takes to film one mainstream role, he said, I've had 5 or 6 bit parts in a movie.
And I've paid my bills, thank you.
He said, I've paid me bills. Yeah. Valid point.
Not every actor wants to be a star. Some actors just want to earn enough to live and are quite happy being the side characters and the bit parts because it pays.
As he said, you know, I've made a career out of being a jobbing actor.
Yeah.
And fair
It was like
play.
Deep Roy. Deep Roy was always like a sort of background character, wasn't he?
Yes.
And you know, that was his career. I found out the other day that there's somebody in Doctor Who who was also in Deep Space Nine. I can't think who it was now. I think Nana Visitor was in Doctor Who. I think, or Torchwood, one of the two. I know she was actually in either Doctor Who or Torchwood, but I forget which now. I was like, ooh, interesting. Didn't know that.
You realise I'm now going to watch every episode
Of Doctor Who, yeah. It might have been Torchwood, I'm not sure. Could have been the Sarah Jane Adventures, I don't know. One of them. Can't blame you for that, says PJ to Dorkosaurus. Just remember what goes around comes around.
Exactly.
And then says Jeff Combs. Opportunity.
We are gradually getting there.
Gradually getting there. There's a lot less pieces on this kit than I thought there were.
That diamond was there.
Diamond.
Diamond. It's a diamond, isn't it?
It's all about the diamonds. Do. If anybody out there plays Cyberpunk 2077, there's a surprise update coming on Tuesday.
Oh, do tell.
It's not anything too spectacular, but it's adding like a lot of accessibility options in its own separate menu.
Oh, right, yeah.
So some of the accessibility options are being moved to a new menu, and there's some new ones being added, like colourblind filters and stuff. They are adding... You can throw knives and use melee weapons from motorbikes.
Oh, happy days.
They are doing some other bits and bobs that I've forgotten all about, and stuff about racing, but I don't care about racing. And they're also adding... it's like they said, it's a little update. They're adding an entire metro transport system to the game.
Oh, so it's only a minor update then.
Yeah, because they said, we kind of planned this from the start when we started developing it, but we never did it, and people have wanted it. So we've just added a whole metro system to the game. It's like, okay. So you've finally got now a working metro system with stations, and you can get on the tram and train and whiz around, and there's things to do on the journeys, and there's all people and passengers and stuff. Because they said, like, update 2.0, that's it now. It's the finished edition. That's it. You can...
Yeah.
And there's like, oh, here's one more.
There you go. I've just started doing some random checkers now, just to continue, or diamonds, just to continue this side up around the window frame. Expanded the points a bit.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh. Dude. Just dude.
What?
Dude.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh, it's only diamonds, isn't it?
Just shut your mouth. Shut up. It's only diamonds.
It's getting there. It's getting there. I mean, like I say, there's loads of washes and stuff to go on it, but it's beginning to start taking shape. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Yeah.
Only you could hold up a beautiful piece of brushwork and go, it's only diamonds, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know me, I don't like to brag about
You're so
me
humble
work.
it hurts.
Let the work do the talking, innit?
I know. It's gorgeous, mate. It's coming on nice.
Considering
right.
I'm not a brush painter, I don't think I'm doing too bad.
PJ has spared you having to watch all of Torchwood.
Oh, good, man.
And says, Nan and Visitor appeared in Torchwood Miracle Day episodes 7 and 8.
Cheers, mate.
Of course, they won't mean anything to you unless you watch the whole thing. But never mind.
I know I liked PJ for a reason.
Actually, I haven't watched Torchwood for years. Must go back and watch it again at some point. Scrubby, 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 scrub. A scrubby, 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 scrub. Right. I shall go and make my more for brew. Keep her happy.
Yeah.
When I've scrubbed this, scrub, scrub, scrub.
Doing all the scrubbing.
I've scrubbed my rear end. There you go.
Okay, I'll take the paint off my brush for a minute and I'll do a bit of chat, Dolly. And oh, you've done right up to there, yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty
Torchwood.
much up to date, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Right, I shall go and make She Who Must Be Obeyed a cup of coffee and a cup of tea, and I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, no worries. He'll be back in a second, folks. Yeah. So I just want to try to put in this little row of random overlapping diamonds now. So I just need to extend my stencil because my stencil ended in line with that front window. So I've just got to add this little row in all the way down, and then I can start doing overlapping ones as we work up around the sides there. So it's a little bit scruffy at the moment, but it'll come good. That's the hope. If it don't, I shall just throw my teddies out and cry like a boo-boo. But hey, you know, hopefully that moment won't come. So I'm just using a bit of corn red. I'm just doing almost like a fine glaze over it. Is what I'm trying to achieve. And I realised I've not filmed absolutely any of what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be videoing this as well. See, pilchard alert, guess who didn't press the record button? Yeah, there you go. Oh well, I'll pull some of the footage out of the live stream and do it that way. So let's see how much more of this we can get done this evening. If I can just get these mapped out roughly where I want them, I'll be an happy bunny, because I can tidy this all up incrementally. Oh, big word of the night. That's the plan anyway. So we've got that one. We've got that one. We've got a couple to go down on there. It's all good fun, isn't it? What more could you possibly want? Exactly. Let's just put that in there. Make sure that my lines are going to continue where I want. Send that one across there. Send that one across there. We can just start randomizing what we're doing then. I don't mind. As long as it survives the 2-foot test, I'm going to be happy. But then we got brighter reds and oranges to go on these lot. Try to get the blending of it where we want it. Okay, we could start doing some overlap next. We got one down there. So let's overlap him. Start doing that. So he's got a corner that goes over this one. That's why it's an overlap, Cole. Clues in the name, mate. Nothing gets past me, does it? There you go. We'll send that just like that and bring it down. And that'll start being the first of the overlaps. The edges of these will all be shadowed so that you'll be able to get the gist that one diamond is floating above another, so it's created a shadow. If I take that out, it'll create a shadow over the one that it's overlapping. So you'll end up drawing a shadow edge almost around each one in the darker shade. So that's what we're hoping to achieve. So when I first start overlapping them, it's going to look a little bit bish, but bear with me. It will come good, honest. He says, hoping that it does. So we got a corner overlap on that one to come down there. There.
Yeah, I'm back.
Are you back, dear?
There we go. Yes. Dee. More scrubby.
There you go. Just like that. We
You having fun there?
We are. We're just starting our overlaps now.
Ooh.
And this is only one side. I've got all of this to do on the other side yet as well.
I think you're thoroughly enjoying yourself there, aren't you?
Yeah, it's one of them, and it's a process at the end of the day.
Yeah. Dorkosaurus says, back in 10.
Yeah, no worries, Dorks.
And PJ says, it's official, Fox is a scrubber. Never been denied. I ain't never denied it, nor nothing neither.
No, big boy did it and run away.
Yep.
There you go. So that's that one. We've got that one. Let's have another one. That's him. We've got a little tinsy wincy baby diamond to go over there.
Ickle diamonds.
Just start that edge off there. Okay. We can then have another. Yeah, that's a full-size one to go in there. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, I've got the box art just off to my left there that I'm using as a reference.
You're visualising it in your mind's eye as well, aren't you?
Yeah, and I'm just trying to see where I can take it. I want to try and get it as near as damn it, but also still have a little bit of artistic license.
Did you know?
No.
There are actually people out there, and it's a known neurological thing.
Yeah.
That have no ability to visualise.
Really?
They just have no mind's eye. They can't. They can look at something and kind of know what the steps are to get to where they want to be. Like they can look at the model pieces, and they've got no way to just, like me and you can picture in our mind's eye with the bits in front of us what it'll look like when it's finished. There are some people that just don't have that ability at all.
Really?
They have no way to conceptualise something before it's without it actually being in front of them. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. I was reading about it today. It's fascinating. It's not necessarily debilitating. It's just I mean, because they're always that way. It's not like they develop it. So for them, it's just a normal state of affairs. But it's like, wow, how do you? Fascinating.
It is fascinating what the mind can do.
It's like one of the guys at my local corner shop round the corner, on the corner, funnily enough. He sees in black and white. He's got no colour vision at all.
Oh, well.
Or at least he says, I see in black and white. He says, although I don't actually know what it looks like if it's not black and white.
Oh, yeah, he sees 50 Shades of Grey almost.
Yeah, I see what you call black and white. To me, it's just the world. It's just what I see.
Yeah, it's just how he sees the world, isn't it?
I'm not colourblind. There's just no colour. So why you've got dog eyesight? Cool. Well, not quite dog eyesight, but. Swigging Pig is in.
Hello, mate.
Welcome, Swigging Pig.
How are you, Swigging? Nice to see you.
It's been a while, hasn't it, since he's been in?
Yeah. We got to meet Swigging Pig when we went up the Models that day, didn't we?
Yeah, it's going back a bit, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, was it Swigging Pig that had the moustache?
Yes, I think it was, wasn't
yes.
it?
I think so, because there's a couple of people we met that came up. moustache for a beard. I mean, we're going back, what? God, it's about 5 years now, that. Gee whiz.
Yeah.
More. I was actually... Oh, spilling water everywhere. Actually, I went onto the E-Models channel earlier to look for something. And it popped up, I think, the last of my videos of the build of that little AML 90 armoured car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I looked at it and thought, oh, God, that was 5 years ago.
Oh, no.
God, 5 years.
Scary, isn't it?
Oh. I was like, is that really 5 years? Good God, man. And then I sat there and I watched how I made my diorama. I'm like, I don't remember any of this, and I must remember how to do that in the future. I was doing the earth pigments. I'm like, I'd forgotten how to do all that. I must remember that, how I did it next time.
Yeah, but I've had to go into one of my old playlists before to remember how I did a paint effect.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that. Oh, God, really 5 years? Blimey, Riley. That's a crime.
Yeah.
Yes, met you at T-Models in 2019, he says. Oh, it's only 4 years ago then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it would have been, I would have taken that model down, that armoured car down at that point. So, yeah, it would have been 2019. Yeah. So, yeah. God, that's a lifetime ago.
That's when I built on the cat, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. That was the last time I actually went to E-Models, I think. Oh, no, I went down once after that. For somebody's... Was it John? Old John, who was the guy, who's the cartoon guy with the moustache on the website.
Oh, yeah, it was his leaving, wasn't it?
I think it was his leaving or his birthday, one or two, yeah. I went down for that. I met Mrs. Old John, who just was latching herself onto every young available man, myself included. It was like, and John was just sitting there going, just go with it, mate, because
Yeah.
just don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's her thing. She'll be fine in a minute.
Yeah. Just swanning around in a low-cut top, glass in hand. It's like, he's like, yeah, just don't worry about it. He had this long-suffering look on his face, like, yep, I know, just don't worry about it.
Clean
I
that
shall
off.
rinse those off under the tap, I think, in a minute when I refill this water, because they're a bit big.
Were it a bit big, dear?
Oh, soapy, I can't quite get the not soapy. Beat the devil out of it.
Certainly am. Just want to make sure I've got that out because I want to quickly check me messenger because I know PJ sent me a message and yeah, I better check it.
Check your message. Dab. I'm fine, thanks, guys. Hope you're both doing okay, says Swigging Pig. I'm fine, thank you. I assume I made you a cup of coffee / tea, Swigging Pig. Was it good or bad? Do you remember?
Oh,
His
you
tea will probably
bastard.
be bad. What? How is that? Just see. I think.
Yeah, he's got the space battleship Yamato. Oh, you get that's my my growl build, mate.
What scale? Does it show it?
Hold up, let's open it back up, Fox. 1/500.
Oh, yeah. What a bastard.
Anything else
That's
you want to
harsh,
know
that is.
before I close it down?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I was just asking which one it was, that's all.
Yeah.
Harsh,
Yeah.
man. It's harsh.
I know. There you go. Yeah, so you're officially a bastard, mate.
Yep.
Yeah. That was well worth losing the monetisation for. Mind you, they have relaxed their rules a little bit, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah, as long as you're not swearing constantly all the time, then you're probably all right. The odd swear here and there. I keep having thoughts about mine, actually, but I've just got... The thing is, I've got nowhere to put it if I build it. So that's why I've not really built it. Nowhere at the moment, anyway.
Right, that is one side of that beginning to take shape.
Ooh. Do I go full screen? Do you want me to put you full screen?
Can do, mate.
Do you want me to do it? I'll do it if you want.
Yeah, hold up, let's put it down, I'll do it. Go on.
No, that's all right, there you go. No, we both did it at the same time. Go on, you do it if you're there.
It's one of them. It's just I had my hands full at the time.
I was going to say we're doing it, but
there you see. So you've got the floaters there. Bearing in mind, I've got all the oranges and that to add yet, but I've started just roughing them out. Few overlapped ones down the side there, and then a few little single ones floated off into the corners. Whoa. So it's beginning to take shape in my little brain. So hopefully you get where I'm going with it, folks.
There's a little bit of trouser tent going on there, mate, with that paint job.
So, well, this is it. I mean, last week the eagle-eyed will know that I did them bad boys and started marking them out, but I'm a little bit jittery tonight, so I thought I would just go for something simple, so I thought I'd paint them.
Go for something a bit bigger.
Something a bit bigger. And the stencil, it does help, because it just puts that initial layer down where obviously I've gone in and I've added my own. That's, you could end up with a straight line and then you could start just randomly overlapping and forming your own little pattern. So,
yep. There you go. I'll take you off.
There you go, geese.
Gorgeous. That's looking gorgeous so far, mate. I can't wait to see this thing get finished. Oh, yeah.
So, I said I'd give it a good go. Hopefully you think I have, because I was determined.
Yeah, you are. All I can show is clean resin bits, which isn't anywhere near as impressive.
Yeah,
but I'm putting love into it.
You're cleaning your bits in a jar live on air, mate.
I know. I've got my bits out on the table. Oh, and I've got more bits over there you can't quite see in a box.
More bits? I thought that was that St. Bernard that annoying bloke had in the 80s.
I was just about to say that.
Well, whilst we're on the subject, the eagle-eyed people have been saying, especially with Jeff in, who was in the chat earlier, I do have a little start there of 3D printed stuff that I've been doing. So, Oddball, the speaker out of Oddball, Kelly's Heroes on the side of the turret. I've got my little crew members in their little custom inserts that'll go into the tank so that they can peep out over the top. So I've got all of that. I've even got Turk, and I had to salvage or scratch build this because originally this arm was at that angle, as you could see there, because the upright figure was holding a gun. Well, I wanted him poking out the turret, leaning his elbow on the side of the turret. So I had to do a bit of cutting at the elbow. And then I used the resin vat and a pipette of the 3D printer, just dripped resin in there and held my UV torch of resin dryingness over it to sculpt a new elbow like that.
See, if you hadn't told me that, I just assumed it was printed with the arm like that.
No, because I have still got to finish off doing his hands, see? Because it's still sitting proud of his belly, so I've got to drip some of that in there, and I'll do that on the Wednesday show, because I actually thought I was recording and I wasn't. But
so
I
hate when that happens.
All suggested by Jeff. I've got jerry cans, I've got little rolled up sleeping bags and camping mats or whatever, sandbags. I've got a couple of buckets to hang off its arris with my own paperclip. Yeah, my little paperclip handles and shovels in there and all kinds of gubbins. So hopefully you get where I'm going with that. But I'll go through that in more detail on Monday's E-Model show.
See, that means that I could have at some point validly said, what are you making? And you could have validly said, handles.
Yeah. Well, it's that
we're making handles.
I've even done me spanners for the toolboxes, me little ring spanners.
You're a ring spanner.
And I don't know whether Edward Leonard is in.
I don't think
on the off chance that he watches it back, I also, because I changed the LCD screen on my resin printer because after 4 years, what is a consumable product finally died. So to test it out, I printed a new squig off it, and it's even got the scales on the skin. Let's try and get...
Let me put you full again, hang on. Let me put you full screen again because you want to show that off.
Yeah.
There you go. Maximum screen applied.
There you go. It's even got all the little undulations on the skin, scales, and all the little lines on the horns and that. So
Yeah, it's got growth lines on the horns, isn't it, and everything.
and that's the
an
first.
awesome head.
That's the first print off my new LCD screen that I fitted because it died. And yeah, it's even got his earrings with the rings in it, and yeah, so a couple of cavities there for some baby horns that I'm going to have growing out.
So you've got an advantage there, because that ring in the ear, you could put the reins, the chain. That's
Oh yeah, I've got a load of chain that's going to go on that, mate, and it's
yeah.
Because obviously I've got his
the
neck armour, his head armour coming over the top and underneath a bit. So underneath the armour.
Yeah, you've got the advantage that on the official Squig head, it's got those same loops for the chains, but they're moulded in and you can't, there's nothing to drill through. So it's like, I've got to figure out how to do that. So I've not quite figured that out yet. So you've got a nice little, that's a lovely head though. It's got this kind of like real sort of slightly, it's like it's looking at something and considering its options. Like, should I have
mulling it over?
He's like, shall I have the espresso or the cappuccino?
Yeah,
I don't know.
With
It's got a civilised
twist.
look to it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So
nice.
And I shall be doing the rest of the Elder this week. So because I kind of got sidetracked on the Sherman and got that done, and yeah.
The Squigoth's just like a giant Sherman, isn't it? It's just like a Sherman. It's like a big tank, basically. But with more
yes,
skin.
I've got a little bit carried away with its Elder, I must admit. But hey, you know.
Hey, it's Orcs and it's Colin. What else do people expect?
Exactly. Wouldn't be me, would it, folks?
No, we'd be like, are you not well? Right, let me go and get myself... Get my words out. Let me go and get myself some clean waters.
Yeah, no worries, Geese. You go and do that, mate.
2 seconds.
What have we got? MP Models. Manuel says excellent work on that Starship.
4 things at once.
Thank you very much, Manuel, for the feedback. Massively appreciated, mate. Jeff says awesome resin print as always. Yeah, I do like dialing me settings, Jeff, I must admit. Anything that saves me having to do a lot of cleanup. Prime example, sandbag. Smoother than a baby's Harris, mate, you know? Because I only want the shape. I could wrap that in a bit of raggy, see, just to get the texture. So, but yeah, I just enjoy faffing around with the settings and think they talk to me. I mean, on these helmets, I've even got the lattice, you know, the mesh over the top of his helmet there. So yeah, why not? It's got to be done, isn't it? I think, was it you, Jeff, that I sent me settings to? I can't remember, mate, but yeah, I've often been asked about me settings and I just email them over to people. But bear in mind, I have a very warm environment that I print in. So my settings, I always say to people, are just a baseline to get you going. And then you can adjust them and fine-tune them until your heart's content. Yes, folks, Festa's fluid. It's sticky, it's medium, it's lamier medium type stuff. Because I like to save money and make my own. I do have some official GW ones, but for the bulk of my stuff, I tend to use my own brew, to be honest. There you go. But I like putting a bit of that in there because it just softens the paint and makes it flow a bit better for me. So, go. Incy wincy, lemon squeezy. Done. Everyone's saying hello to Manuel.
Hey, Manuel.
2019, my God, mate.
That's a lifetime ago.
Jeff says, yes, you sure did send me settings. I bought the same resin printer that you've got. Probably saved me 2 months, easy. Still prints beautifully. Now, once you've got them dialed in, Jeff, that's it, mate, isn't it? You know, and you fine-tune it for your own environment, mate. Dave had my settings, you know, he changed them a little bit because obviously he's in a shed and it's a lot colder in a shed than it is in a house. So,
shed, yes.
So yeah, I'm wondering how he's going to be able to regulate his prints over the winter because I've got my tank heater that I use for my resin. I don't know whether you've built one of them, Jeff. I think you've seen it before on my spray booth. But I have a resin vat heater that I built. And what I'll do, Jeff, is I'll send you over the circuit diagram for it and you'll be able to see what I mean, mate. But I switched that on and it basically is a heating element with a fan behind it and a timer. And then you program in your temperature range that you want your resin to stay in and it'll keep it there. It'll just maintain it up and down, warm it up, cool it down. Yeah.
See, I know nothing about 3D printing, but what I do know is enough to know that I think Dave's going to have a hell of a time trying to regulate and keep that 3D printer printing nicely in the shed in the winter.
Yeah.
He's going to have some challenges with that, I think.
That and his paint. Blimey, his paint. Oh, my God.
I've just got visions. I don't know. Sometimes I get visions. You remember when you were at school and you used to get the milk in the bottles and the bottle of the lid would pop off?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the reasons I stopped coming out to a shed was one, Helen was always worried if I was poorly bad, that, you know, it would be too late. But also, I used to cart all my paints in the winter months, and then I would only take out a small box of what I needed that particular day because you didn't want to leave your paint out overnight.
No.
So I was pretty damn glad when I moved indoors, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
All right, you could heat it up and leave the heater on all night, but with the current prices of heating bills,
yeah, it's not going to be cheap, is it?
I heat the house. Why not work in it?
Yeah. I want crunchy noises. There we go.
That's all right. But no, it's one of them. But
right, I'm going to clean my grot tanks now.
there you go. Let's do that whilst I think of it. I'll bat it over in Messenger to you, Jeff. Where is it? There he is.
My grot tanks come with a free dead moth in the box. Cool.
Oh, nice one.
Poor moth. I don't see how you could not look at these grot tanks and not just go, oh, so cute.
Oh, they're the ultimate in cuteness, aren't they?
Yeah. I only had to make a few tweaks for room temperature and humidity, says Jeff. Thanks in advance. Always nice to see a nice electronic project. By the way, I scored a Raspberry Pi 5 with 4 gigabytes of RAM yesterday. The Model 5s are still hen's teeth.
I know. Yeah, they really are, aren't they? But they're worth it, Jeff. Oh, there it is.
Ooh, there's a lot of parts in here. Fighting for space, I think.
It's coming through to you now, Jeff. That'll give you an idea of what I'm on about.
Do you know, when you said that, all I could hear was Admiral Kirk going, "It's coming through now, Khan." You have to give us time. The console's smashed. It's coming through now, Khan. The shields are dropping. Raise them. I can't.
Yeah, still the best Star Trek.
Oh, it's my favourite Star Trek film. It's one of my favourite films of all time. That it's just genius. If you don't like the Wrath of Khan and you don't find grot tanks cute, then you're just a cold, dead husk of a man or woman. Honestly.
Well, that sounds just like H. That I get called that on a daily basis.
Cold, dead husk of a man.
An emotionless husk.
Emotionless husk.
I'm like, yeah, I'm proud of that.
It's your little mark of honour.
Yeah. I'm still officially good.
You want a little badge to put on your like shirt or whatever. That so it's like I am 5. It just says I am an emotionless husk.
Yeah.
In Comic Sans font. Comic Sans font and bright colours.
But yeah, apparently I am still good. I'm like, okay, I'm really still very nervous.
I don't trust this. I think it's at this point even like MI6 would start to get a bit jittery.
It was a comment last weekend when she said, listening to you and the well-spoken man try to figure out why you're being good, she said was quite funny.
Yeah, and the fact that apparently I'm not immune from consequences makes me a little bit nervous.
Yeah. Which cheered me up no end. But she immediately did say that doesn't mean to say that you could deliberately throw him under the bus.
Yeah, I was glad that she's added that bit.
Yeah, I'm
she's
like,
looking
really?
out for me. I know I'm her favourite.
God, look at him. Oh, sugar lips there. I never my favourite.
She married you, but I'm her favourite.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a favourite because I'm the same as you. I'm an idiot, but I'm a long way away, so she doesn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, but as I said to you before, how often is she up your neck of the woods for cricket?
I don't like cricket. Yeah.
Oh, I need to tell her that you hate cricket.
I don't hate it. I just have no interest in it. She said quickly.
Yeah. Would you like to reapply that handbrake there, dude?
J-turn. Wah! Eject, eject.
Yeah, eject. Eject,
terrain,
Will
terrain,
Robinson.
terrain.
Eject.
Pull up, pull up. 50, 40, 30, butter. I've moved on to my grot tanks now.
Oh, look at you. I'm so proud of you, you know.
Well, the thing is, it's like I've got all these like resin kits like I need to at some point paint, and it's like they're just sitting there and I need to clean them all. There's no point cleaning one, I'll just clean them all in one go, and then I know it's all done then I can get them all primed and they can sit in the box waiting for paint one day.
Exactly. Jeff says, hailing frequency open, schematic diagram received intact, many thanks. Yes, and what I've got on mine, I'll spin the camera around, Jeff.
Spin the camera.
As you can see on my resin printer there, it's got the skull on it. Oh. There you go. I'm trying to lean this over without falling out of my chair because...
Don't fall out of your chair. I haven't got H's number.
There you go. That's what it'll give you, Jeff. You've got the red switch in the middle, the timing screen on the right-hand side, and that regulates your temperature. And the eyes suck the air through the eyes into the fan. The heater's in the inside of the printer. And then you've got the switch panel on the front, mate. There you go, mate.
I think Vincent described your 3D printers as like 1% original stock and everything else custom.
Yeah, pretty much, because
pretty much.
That is the Anycubic filament printer, heavily modified, as you can see.
Filament.
Yeah. So, yeah. I got
that
carried
skull
away.
on the front of your resin printer always reminds me of like Medieval on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah. All right, let's get my camera back.
Nice, really clean build there, Festa, says Jeff.
What's that?
I don't know. He just says...
Which one? Yeah, and apologies to PJ or anyone of a nervous disposition, because the bluey car may have been on shot.
Oh, maybe that's what we was talking about, the nice clean build.
There you go. Look.
Yay!
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
For real life.
That skull on my printer is actually a section of that skull that I did my paint pot with. The same skull, so...
Yeah.
Right. Stop.
The little grots on these grot tanks, the little figures, they're moulded with the two little feeds on each of the hands. It looks like they're skiing, or that they're Muppets with the rods, like rod puppets.
You're a Muppet with a rod. I said that out loud, didn't I?
You're a rod puppet.
Yeah, I'm made of rods, but I like being made of rods.
Rod somebody or other from... Who was that Rod thingy on Tomorrow's World? Rod... Whatever. Somebody.
Oh, I can't think of his name. Yeah, I know.
You can see him and hear you. You can hear his voice in your head, can't you, Rod?
Yeah.
Oh, that cold water. Oh, it's very cold water. I've got the Space Battleship Yamato music in my head now. Oh,
yeah, it's like, yeah, I haven't forgiven him for that yet. He may think he's got away with it, but yeah.
I have been having thoughts about mine. It's just I've got nowhere to put it.
No.
Because my overriding thought is I want to do easy line rigging on it to suggest like steel like antenna cables and stuff, which aren't on the real thing, but I want to put them on anyway because shut up.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
And I might give it some damage, like where it's been hit and it's had the panels replaced. But Not going to be lighting it though. I don't have those kind of. Oh, it's cold. It's those kind of skills.
Come out your comfort zone. You know you want to.
No, don't want to do that. It's just nonsense. No interest in lighting and electrics and stuff.
Yeah, you heard it here first, Jeff. He has no interest in electricity, mate. The shame.
No,
Scandal.
Scandal. I did it in Meagle, but that's because somebody sent me the bits, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll stick it in then.
Someone sent you their bits.
Yeah, they sent the bits in a box to me. It was like an episode of Bones. I'm up to season. I'm just coming to the start of season 5 or the end of season 4 in NCIS.
How are you getting on?
Denozo has just met his potential father-in-law.
Yeah.
I won't say anything for spoilers.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay.
Have you seen Daddy Denozo yet?
Not yet.
Oh, you got that little treat to come then.
Because of course you know who his potential father-in-law is, don't you? You know. Yeah. So I've just got to that bit, that episode where he's just got in the car and met somebody. And to my joy, I discovered that although the Disney Plus has only got NCIS and NCIS Hawaii, on Paramount they've got NCIS somewhere else and another NCIS.
Yeah.
So there's two seasons on Paramount as well, which I've got. So it's like, yes. So I've got like 1 billion episodes to watch. I'm more than happy. Bizarrely, they've got the normal NCIS on there, but only like 14, 15, season 14 to 18 or something, which is strange.
Yeah, that's so that you go out and buy the rest.
Yeah, but Disney's got all of them.
Yeah.
I guess there must have been, maybe some of them were different.
There are some great continuity things in that, though. With Amana Santi, who plays the father, there's a scene at the end of one season where him and Denozo are in the back of his car.
Oh, yeah.
And he has collar-length hair. When they get out the car in the first episode of the next season, he's got a short back and sides. It's like, oh, he got a haircut in the car, did he? Yeah. Little things like that. I spot these things because I need to get a life and get out more. But
yeah, well, it's like me. They had a guy in the morgue in John's hospital in the episode I've just watched, where this guy's like trying to get I don't want to say the word because of YouTube, but a chemical substance in this man's stomach. Oh, right. In a bag. Yeah, and the guy's there lying on the table, and the camera pans in, and just as it's getting to it, his foot goes like that, and he's like, oh, yeah, they didn't spot that in the edit. I actually read an article where they interviewed people who played the cadavers in Ducky's morgue.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because they said that, they were saying, like, for some things they just use a rubber body.
Yes.
If it's a role that's not been played by an actor, you've not seen a photograph of them or anything like that, then they just use a rubber body because you don't see it in any other way. But where there's been like a body at the scene, or they've had the characters done something first, they have to use the actor.
Yes.
Because it's because it's like $8,000 to make a fake body. And they were saying it's actually a nightmare for the actor because you spend all day lying on the slab.
Yeah.
You can't when they say start the filming, you have to stop breathing. You can't breathe at all and you have to hope that it's not like a 30-second scene in the film. And they said it's really, really cold, and you're there pretty much naked apart from a little dignity thing over your gentleman's area.
Yeah. Dignity
and they
pouch.
But to cover up the fact you've got a dignity pouch, they have the big spotlight on it, so it's so bright it overexposes, but it's really, really hot.
Yeah.
He says, so you're lying there on a freezing cold slab for like 8 or 9, 10 hours a day, stark naked, apart from your crotch, which is burning.
Yeah.
And then he said it's even worse if they put you in the shelves in the drawer.
He could have been a pathologist though, because he did all the training, didn't he?
Yeah, he got a degree in pathology and that stuff, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ducky.
Little known facts.
Ducky. Ducky's so good.
Yeah, may he rest in peace, bless him.
Yeah. And as you said, Ziva did grow on me.
Ziva David.
Yeah.
And
I love the way
she mispronounces better than I do, doesn't she?
I know. I just love the way that Tony sometimes goes Ziva.
Yeah.
Overpronounces it. But it's like at first I thought, oh, I didn't like her in the first. But it's like after a few episodes, I'm like, no, I like her now.
Yeah.
She basically takes what she gets from Tony and gives it back. Big time.
I did say she would grow on you.
Yeah, you did.
And their dynamic does turn into very much like Odo and Quark.
Yeah.
They are a proper double
I started to pick
act.
up on that.
Yeah.
I started to pick up on that a little bit.
And it really does grow on you.
A bit like mould or the clap.
Yeah.
I don't know why I actually clean the key block, but I do. I find myself compelled to clean the key block as well as the resin that's on it, just to be safe.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, at the end of the day.
I know we cut it away, but just to make sure there's nothing anywhere. I like to be safe.
Better to be safe than sorry, mate.
Yep. No chat so far. Come on, folks. Chat, comments.
Yeah,
give us
any
things to talk about.
questions, Fox will answer them happily, mate. So
No,
I did.
I might not.
He's under the bus. Dun, 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 under
I
the bus.
might just read the question, then do beatbox or make sound effects just for the fun of it.
I wrong bit of beatbox, mate. Yes, it has been known. Has to go one better. There you go.
I can't help it if I'm good at beatbox. I'm not good at beatbox, but I just do beatbox the way I do beatbox.
Absolutely. I don't do a lot of beatbox. Actually, I could plausibly deny that I do any, but I may have highlighted that I just did beatbox. So
it makes me very, very proud when you do beatbox without being told to do. But you sit there and you go, and it's like it's become like a reflex now for you, like breathing or whatever, pooping. So
yeah. Should we just put another one just down there? I kind of feel like Bob Ross at the moment with his evergreen trees. What we need now is a massive big tree right down the middle of the picture.
Yeah. Down the middle of the picture. Scrub, ring, scrubbing all the crap away. I'm off to the side, aren't I? That's no use at all, is it?
There you go. Let's clean that off of there. I will happily say that is as much as I want to go on them for the initial roughing in stage.
Roughing in. Now, I've got my brushes mixed up. That's the... Oh, well. That's now the spongy brush.
The next trick will be to put the Evil Sun's Scarlet on. But I want to come from the back to the front, but stop just about here. And then start just doing the back side of them with the Evil Suns and leaving these with the corn red. So you're going dark all the way up to light across the craft.
Nice.
That's what I'm hoping to do.
Transitioning.
Yeah, that's the
from one to
word.
the other.
Alien frequency open, says Jeff. Schematic diagram received intact. Many thanks. My pleasure, mate.
Do.
And in answer to PJ, before he does ask me, I'm about to stand up, mate.
Good lad. What time do you want to go to tonight, Twiglet?
I don't mind, mate. I'm good. I've got my go faster cushion now, mate.
Nice. You're not on your 2-hour limit now.
No.
Good. Cool.
I can plod along until people get sick to death of me. What are we now? 3 o'clock? What do you reckon?
I can do that.
Go till 3?
I can do that. If you can go till 3, I can go till 3.
Yeah, that's obviously if people want us to go till 3, but I'm sure they won't mind.
And even if they don't, we'll stick around anyway. Can't get rid of us. A bit like mould or the clap. I don't know why the idea of having a workable metro system in Cyberpunk 2077 excites me. The idea of like getting on the metro at a metro station and then just sitting on the metro for 10 minutes while it goes to the side of the city in a video game seems actually quite exciting. I don't know why. Instead of just fast travelling, it's like, no.
Jeff says, nice, really clean build there, mate. Thank you very much, Jeff. It's getting there, mate.
I love the way I'm actually cleaning like the main cannons for these tanks, and they're tiny, tiny little cannons. Adorable.
All right, there you go.
You built yours, didn't you? Your grot tanks.
Oh yeah, they're all built in the box down there. I've got them all primed, ready to paint, mate.
Yes.
Coming to a channel near you soon, yes.
Ooh.
I'll be doing my grot tanks, my Forge Rail stuff, and my Cromlech stuff.
Ooh. Fantabulous.
Affiliate links are in the description, folks, where you can save money on all of your tabletop needs.
Use them. Use them now. What is it, 5% on Cromlech, isn't it, for yours?
I think so, mate. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the rest of them are up to 25% on certain deals, aren't they? So,
yep.
Well worth it.
Follow those links, folks, and go and check it out, because there's a lot of good stuff for you on Cromlech, and you're helping out Colin at the same time. Go do it now. Not now, obviously, because you're watching the stream.
But if it's your thing, you want to save a few quid, why not?
Yeah. Panzer Cat says, morning all, just passing through on a coffee break. Morning, Panzer.
Hello,
Evening,
Panzer.
evening, morning.
How you doing, mate?
Wow. Now, I need to keep these separate, don't I, so I know which is the Arvus and which is not the Arvus.
Absolutely.
Let me make a sausage. Let me make a little tape sausage of...
Oh dear.
A tissue sausage.
Fox is making sausage.
I'm making a sausage now, so I know which is they're not the same. Two of these things are not like the other. That's not going to work, is it, Fox? Really, honestly. Come on. Give me such a spoon.
You're being special again, aren't you?
I'm making a sausage. I'm over-engineering it, as I always do.
Nothing wrong with over-engineering. At least you know it ain't going to fall apart.
Well, I wouldn't say that. This is me doing over-engineering, which is still under-engineering when compared to actual engineering. There you go. Now I know. Can't make a mistake now.
There you go.
You watch me try, though. I'll tell you that.
I am sure you will have a go. Edward Leonard is in. Hello, Edward. Ooh. Just talking about you, mate. In the nicest possible way.
Yeah, we didn't give out your PIN number or anything. Not yet, anyway. All the bits are coming out.
Getting all your bits out now, ain't you?
Getting all my bits out. I don't know where I'm going to put the bits when they've been cleaned, but they will go somewhere. I'm going to have to make another sausage, aren't I? Gosh darn it. Second sausage in production. Thank you.
Like and subscribe.
My first sausage build. Where'd I put my oh, there it is. Hello. Panzer says, Festa hugs, Fox hugs, Candy hugs. Hope it wasn't bad. Lol, Edward. Says Edward. No, we couldn't say anything bad about you, buddy.
No.
Ain't nothing to say bad.
He's a good lad.
You missed Festa's squig head earlier, though. Squig off head.
Yeah, I shall dig it back out in a minute.
I'll show him later. So sit for a minute.
How do I know he's in?
Mm-hmm. Swig off the coffee, which I regret when I try to go to sleep, but never mind. Knocking the microphone, of course, always a good idea on a live stream.
Yeah, you're proper noisy kins tonight, ain't you?
I know. It's because that's inept kins by banging the microphone.
Yeah, did you not get enough attention as a child?
Never. Never. Do.
Just start bringing that in.
Trying to think of something to talk about.
Talk about you. Come on, tell the folks a bit more about yourself.
I like peas.
I roll with liking peas, mate. Right, let's show the squig off head whilst I can. There you go, Edward. That'll be going on the front of the squig body that you sent me, mate. It's right, yeah. You want some, do you? Hey. I won't do that again.
It's like a very intelligent squig off that one.
It was, wasn't it?
He's going, I think you'll find rawr.
Yeah, it's like raw, growl. It's like...
I can imagine him with the voice of, like, Snagglepuss.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to say roar, even.
Yeah.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. I can't do Snagglepuss.
You had a go, I'll give you that.
Exit stage left. Even. Cleaning me bits. I mean, come on, how can you not like a grot tank when that's the entire track unit for a whole tank?
Yeah, it's brilliant,
That's
isn't it?
all the tracks for one half of a tank. It's just, that's how tiny they are. When the entire body just comes as one single piece. It's just so adorable.
He's easily pleased, folks, isn't he?
I am. Anything that makes me squee is a good thing. Anything that's so cute you just want to implode.
Yeah. They are adorable.
Like there's the entire body for one. That's just it.
Those with a long memory will remember I had one firing out the belly of an orc stomper.
Yeah. Rather spectacular it was too.
Why not? Why not have a grot tank even firing out?
Well, yeah. What else are you going to do with all that space in the stomper? We'll put something in it that can come out. Edward says, ooh, looking good, Colin.
Oh, yes, I've got the how.to to print, mate. That's going to be quite a lot of resin.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Move the camera a bit.
So hopefully, Edward, you'll get where I'm going with it, mate, as you see more of it, because, yeah.
Camera's in just the wrong place. Let's try. There. Yeah.
Oh, is it all going wrong, dear?
No, I just realised the camera. I don't know which one I was cleaning now. Fudge. Our camera was in a really stupid place. We'll near mind. It's all great. It's no problem.
I mean, where else on the internet can you watch one bloke with a bowl of soap suds and one bloke with one paintbrush painting diamonds? I mean, come on, what more do you want in your life?
Yeah. I mean, most time you have to pay for a video live stream that involves soapy water and a toothbrush. Come on. Not here. You get it for free. Well, I've just had a great idea for an OnlyFans channel, but we won't talk about that here.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I can imagine that would, yeah.
My new OnlyFans channel, one man, a toothbrush and some soapy water. Oh.
Yeah, what possibly could go wrong?
Oh, I'd find out. Trust me on that. We'd learn together. That way you drill some little holes by the chain loops and install tiny magnets to hold the steering chains. That way you can pull them on and off as needed. I think, Colin, you've actually got actual loops on your head, don't you? So you can.
Yeah, I've got actual loops on it, so I can hook them all on, and yeah.
Yep.
Oh yes.
It's not like the normal squig off head that we've got, Edward, that just has the flat moulded thing. That's a pain because there's nowhere to put the loops.
Yeah, no, I've actually, when I did the file, I created rings to go through there so that would alleviate that problem.
You need a rings.
Because why not, indeed?
You'll be getting Max Begin all excited with your jewellery chains.
Yeah, I got all different thicknesses of it because obviously, you know, different parts are going to have different thickness chains. So.
Yeah. He has a thing for jewellery chains, doesn't he, Max Begin?
Max, yeah, it's his new thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Until he gets distracted by the next new thing, and it'll be, oh, what's that over there?
Ooh, shiny squirrel thing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, what it needs is more gold.
Gold. Ooh. Cold water is cold.
Yeah, that's clues in the name, mate, just saying. So we're just starting to put a bit of shadow over some of these overlapping ones as well now, see?
Ooh. I'm liking that.
So, you know, and this is only its second layer. There's so many different layers still to do.
Yeah. And then when it's all done and you've got stuff on top of it, like your clear coats and stuff or whatever,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's all going to... Oh, it's going to look so good. It's going to look so good.
So, it'll get there.
Good enough to eat.
I was determined to have as good a go at doing the box art paint job as I could. So
Yeah,
it's
this is the way.
yeah. So it has been I think it's been a nice little journey, to be honest with you. Once I had worked out the hues with an H of the purple, the different colours, and a bit of the red in there from the Carabao Crimson shade and things like that.
Yeah.
The rest of it's been pretty straightforward. So,
So it's just a different way of doing it. Like, you love a challenge, whereas I'm allergic to challenge and effort. I like to keep things as predictable and
I like the
easy as
challenge of
possible.
this because
you enjoy that kind of stuff.
it's dexterity, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
forcing myself to do detail work to keep my brain talking to my hands. So
Yep.
it's good therapy for me.
Yeah. Oops.
And when I said about getting more, Fox was a bit apprehensive, wouldn't you? Going, oh, see how you get on with this one first. But because I kind of had got it in my head how I was going to do it, and it was going to be good for my coordination a bit more. It was like...
You just already made that decision, haven't you, basically?
pretty much, yeah. And I spoke to Debbie, my MS nurse, about it, and was talking to her about it. She said it's really good for your dexterity. She said, because yes, you do the Rubik's cubes to keep your finger movement going, and obviously your thinking part of your brain folds. She said, but certainly detail work like that, along with a bit of gaming to keep everything moving, she said, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, like gaming, you're engaging your spatial reasoning and your spatial visual cortex, where you're looking at 3D objects and space.
Cognitive thinking and all of that.
Yeah. You're memorising maps and routes and things and where that bad guy went and all that kind of stuff. And then with painting, you've got the same stuff again. You've got your spatial reasoning and everything else, plus planning where everything's going to go. You've got to keep an eye on what you're doing. Control your hands and everything. It's great.
'cause you need hands.
You need hands. Don't know what that bit on the end was.
There you go. Yeah, I'm liking that. Can I just do flyby noises?
Go on.
There you go.
Oh, I dropped it. Snap crack. Oh.
Yeah, he's a bit of a cruddy driver, that one, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, his driving's great. It's his stopping that's cruddy.
Yeah. Mirror signal manoeuvre, young man. I could take this opportunity of cleaning my brush midway through because...
Cleaning your brush. Cleaning your brush. Cleaning your brush. Cleaning your brush. Boom.
Cleaning your brush.
E-Models mug.
So how much more of your cleaning have you got?
Got about 6 bits of me grot tanks left.
Oh, that ain't
plus
bad.
about an extra 10 or 15 bits that are in the bag. And after that, I've got my super cannon to do.
Oh, nice one.
And then if somehow I get all that finished and we're still going, then I guess I'll have to go and dig something else out.
Don't forget to check your water for any erroneous parts that may still be lurking, dear.
Let me show you the most important tool in my arsenal.
Sieve, yeah.
Yeah. When I pull this out, it's... Yeah, I've rescued a few tiny parts.
We do like a sieve, don't we?
Yeah. But I'm a little bit limited by the space I've got here. So
Yeah.
stuff I could have to...
Yeah, my missus laughs. What on earth is with the sieves? Don't dish the sieves, love.
Yeah. They're great for finding small parts and doing snow. I've used that for snow dioramas, and I've used it for cleaning resin, and I've used it for something that involved... Oh, I think I tried to filter out my Dettol with it, and that's why it's got these black bits in it.
Yeah.
And it was a waste of time. It didn't actually work. Because all the tiny bits of glonk in the Dettol were too small.
Yeah. Edward says, magnets are better. They may be better for you, mate, but for me, I'm never going to play the game, so I'm just going to permanently attach the links because it's not going anywhere.
Yeah. I think I've got to the point now I realise I probably never will play the game. So, I just like making the models and painting them. Super Mac, because I've not got the not patience, but I've not got the ability to actually make enough of an army. I've got bits of things here and there.
No,
but
I mean, the rigmarole of me getting up and getting about and getting down to a game's worth, it's just not worth it.
Oh, anywhere that plays it, yeah.
They're just going on display. And then when I'm fed up with displaying, they'll go on sale. But obviously not ones that have been gifted.
When you get your gaming table, of course, you might be able to play with Lexi and, you know.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Even you had thoughts about it back in the day.
I did, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll probably never play it. So I don't know anybody that plays. So,
No.
And I'm not the kind of person that will walk into a place where it's all people I don't know and just start playing a game with someone, because I don't do people. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. Right. Panzer says, rings changed, where's the whips? Steady now. Edward says, hey, Jeff and Maggie. Says, belly with sausage pizza bench assembled da Christmas gits. The red gobbo Christmas. And then he says, sorry, the red gobbo Christmas surprise. Not going to be able to do a lot because of the holiday season, he says.
Yeah. Yeah, was it a good one this year? Because one year it was a bit disappointing, wasn't it? It's like, yeah.
It's the red gobbo stood on a chimney, kind of brick chimney thing.
Oh, it's a bit more relevant this year then.
Yeah, a brick thing with snow on it, and he's got some presents on the floor. And they did this whole, like, treasure hunt thing where you watch a video and you have to guess the outcome of each video. I don't know what the prizes were, but it turns out there's also a black gobbo as well as a red gobbo. Or it's a black something. And they might do a model of that as well, they said. I don't know. I only saw a couple of the videos. Somebody stole all the red gobbo's presents.
Oh.
And you have to go and find them. He's like, "Hey, who's nicked all my presents?" Yes, and it did sound like yes.
Oh, you're going to hell. You're so going to hell.
No, but that is it. You've watched the video. Trust me, you'll.
No. Oh,
that's the wrong brush. That's the wrong brush, Gromit. I'm running out of space here. This is a situation I need to be thinking about.
It's all going wrong, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Scrubbing me bits, scrubbing me bits, scrubbing me bits.
Boom. Scrubbing me bits.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go make the mother another brew while she's still sat downstairs watching Vera or something. Take advantage of her not going to bed yet.
Absolutely. Yeah, apparently there's 2 red gobbo things this year. Oh.
Yeah. Right, back in a sec.
Yeah, I heard you the first time, dear. Here you go. Yeah, I didn't do the whole red gobbo thing this year. I've done it for a few, but yeah, last year's one, I just thought, was it last year's one? It was just like, yeah. Couldn't be bothered after that. But like I say, it's one of them, isn't it? It's a collectible if you collect them. Am I right in thinking that you've got a big dio or a vignette with all the recent or the previous ones on them, Edward? Is it you that's done it? Excuse me. Go back over some of these just to put another layer on them just to see whether my idea of shadow is going to be a goer. And I've got to go back with some of the purples and clean this all up. I'm fully aware of that. Because, yeah, I've gone a little bit over on a couple of them, so. But it's all part of fun. And it's just keeping it nice and thin, or as thin as I can. Could have probably used an insane detail brush. I'll use that when I do some of the later colours. So just to be able to get in and do some very, very fine edges. But for the moment, just getting the block colour in, this is working quite well for me. Because, yeah, I can clean up all the edges later on. Tonight is all about just mapping where the initial layout is going to be and getting a few of the base colours down just to start bringing it out as to whether or not I'm happy with the direction it's going. Otherwise, it will go in a vat of Dettol and I'll start over. So that's the beauty of these. You could just stop a paint job and go, yeah, not happy with that. Time to get a Dettol bath out. But we're beginning to get there. I'm seeing a slight transition with my own eyes, so it's worth me keeping going. And then I just want to blend stuff out as I go forward, because this is going to have shades and washes put over it. So just want to bring almost like a reverse arrow effect on some of these, just to highlight the back part of the diamond and then just fade it out towards the front. And then it will just darken once the washes go over it. That's the theory. It could still all end in tears yet, folks. Great technique here, he says, Jeff, for the painting of the diamonds. Oh, cheers, Jeff. Swigging Pigsovsky, he says, night old. No, it's Swigging. Thank you so much for popping in and keeping us company, mate. It's always nice to see you. So, yeah, catch you on the next one, buddy. Stay safe and well, mate. Yeah. We did have the pleasure of meeting Swigging up at KA.Models in 2019. God, don't seem that long ago. Chris very kindly came down to where I live and picked me up so that I could go. And, yeah, Big thanks to Chris over at Gross Models for that, because it got me out and let me finally meet the people that I do the builds for. So massive thanks for Chris for doing that. He's a lovely fella. Work me way down here. Just start spinning it across these diamonds here, and then I shall leave these ones reasonably dark. Maybe just put a bit of edge highlighting on once I've done the washes, just to re-pick that up, because some of it I've painted over with the diamonds, so I can go back and pick up the edge highlighting on the purples. So I'm hoping it'll look all right. I'm sure if it doesn't, I'm sure I'll be slapped with a wet mitten. But at least I've had a try, that's the thing. I wanted to have a go at this paint scheme. Don't know why, it just appealed to me. I saw it on the box and thought, I'm going to have a go at that. Why not? And it's just layer after layer, going back over yourself. I know it's probably quite boring to watch. Apologies, but yeah. It's therapeutic, though. And hopefully next week, I've got my 2K coat to put down on the Audi during the week. So I might break out the Audi again next week and do a bit of assembly on that bad boy. So we'll see. Part of me's tempted to do it, but I don't want to give away the paint job because, yeah, I want to get the video out there. So it's one of them. It's certainly coming together well. I'm pleasantly pleased with it, because I had a bit of a pause after I did the Suzuki Samba bus. I had a bit of a pause on all the car builds because, yeah. So it's nice to get back in there, and I couldn't sleep the other night. So I thought I'm going to sit and try the paint scheme on the Audi. I had it in my head, and I thought I'll give it a go, see how it comes out. And to be honest with you, it came out pretty damn nice, I think. So it's just got to have its lacquer coats on it. It's been curing in the curing box over there, and yeah, I'm happy with it. Like I say, it's my little homage with it. Originally, I had a completely different colour scheme in mind for it. And I was going to go with it, and I had it all primed and the paint ready. I'd been out and bought the paint for it. But you know, you get that last minute change of art where you think, I don't know, I just think it needs something a bit different. And I was originally going to do the Audi in the Grazie Valley colours and almost do it similar to the touring car or whatever, sports car that he races. But I thought, well, that's been done to death, Rossi colours. And I thought, well, you know, you can get all the decal sets to basically replicate his chosen car that he drives. And I thought, just do with a little bit, something with a bit of kick. So I went with what I've gone for, and it's actually working out quite nicely. Yeah. I think I put a picture up of the undercoating of it on the Patreon there. So the final reveal will be done on a little build update video. I should just do a quick build update video. There's the Audi. Blah, blah, blah. All done, painted. Enjoy. I was going to do a video build series on it, but the last one I filmed, I've got 50 hours of footage that basically I can't use. So, yeah, so I've parked that for now. There you go. Let's just start bringing that out. Bit by bit by bit. Everyone say night to Swiggin. Have a great holiday if I don't get to see you again. Happy days, yeah. Oh, it's nice to have a good holiday, because am I right, the other side of the pond, you've not long had Thanksgiving, have you? So hopefully you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. You got to see all your family, had a good feast and all of that lot. And yeah. There you go. Let's just get that in there. Bring that in place. Actually, let's clean that off. I want the bristles going all dirty and stiff, do we? Because, yeah, don't want to ruin the goddamn brush coat, do you, mate? Give that a little bit of brush soap as well, just to keep on top of it. There you go. Because where I'm using very thin paint, it just started to work its way into the ferrule, and I don't want it. So I just want to get that out of there straight away. There you go, got it. Get rid of that. Pump in some clean. Go. If I'd say take care of the Swiggin. Edward says he's buying the second one, and then that'll be it. I'll do them for my wife, and I figure a free is a collection. They're not worth $34 a figure. I did do a bauble or a ball with snow and trees for it. This is the thing, Edward. They're a great little idea, don't get me wrong, but when you start pricing it up, it does get bloody expensive, mate, doesn't it? Like you say, $34 for one piece it's a lot of money, mate, especially in the current financial situation that folks are all in. You know, it's $34, mate. It's $34 at the end of the day. So yeah, there you go. So let's have a little bit of how.to just sitting there, and then we can pull a nice little blend across the two then, like that. There you go. Oh, I'm on the bigly screen. Oh dear, there you go. Yeah, don't want to mouse over, we don't want to see that. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I feel all important. I've been on the big screen. God, it's like a privilege. Damn it. If only I'd known. Yeah. There you go. Happy days. Get you some of that. He's probably sat there watching everything I'm doing. But hey, I'm not panicking. Get on with it. Get in there. Here's my motto. Very, very thin coat, just to start lightening up, because I'm trying to define shadows where the diamonds are overlapping each other is what I'm trying to achieve there. So once I start getting that shadow in, I can then start putting all the highlight colours in where I want them. And that's where I wanted to be at the end of the show, basically, is that I can see where the initial pattern's going to be, and then I can start going in then with all me different shades of red and different mixes of the colours. So that's what I'm hoping to achieve. Fingers crossed it works, but it's like anything. You're at this stage of a paint job, you don't really start feeling it because it's a little bit itty, it's a little bit, you know, winky and wonky even. But it'll clean up, that's the thing. You know, the shonky side of it will come into its own. I can use that to my advantage. I'm just pushing the paint around at the moment, just to let it almost wash itself into areas. And as more of these layers go down, it will become more defined then. I'm liking it. It's beginning to come together. Yeah. I want to do flying noises now, but yeah, I've still got all my dudes to do. They've only had their base layers put down. I've still got another couple of layers to put on them. So to speed it up, I'll probably do some of them off air, because you don't want to see me keep painting the same diamonds on figures every week, because that's not fun, is it? So we'll see how the Audi goes during the week, and we'll have a break from this next week, and we'll have a bit of Audikins on there for the shiny car brigade. Because at the end of the day, I like to try to shake up what I do and keep the audience engaged as best as I can. So I do like to chop and change between builds. Otherwise, I get stale. And as a viewer, you know, you don't want to be going, oh, God, he's doing that again. You know what I mean? So I am mindful. I try to be anyway. I've got so many builds on the go at the moment. To finish off, I dug out my Foos truck because I've got a lot of filming to do with that, and that's one of my video filming series, that is. And I was going to bring it on to the live stream and do a bit of work, but I don't want to spoil the video because it's a little bit out there what I'm doing with it. And I think seeing it live is going to kill it. I'd rather let the videos do their work with that one. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So yeah. So look out for that. That'll be coming on the channel. So, yeah.
How you getting on, buddy?
All right, mate. All right.
Is it coming on nicely?
It is, dear. It is. Like I say, it's very wishy-washy at the moment because it's just the first couple of layers, but I'm laying out where I've got my shadows of overlapping diamonds, see?
Yeah. Ooh. Very nice.
So, yeah. So we're getting there.
Wishy-washy and other pantomime characters.
Yeah, I saw what you did there.
Yeah. Child of the 70s. Come on, it's not my fault.
Exactly. It's behind you.
Hey. Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, yes, he did.
Hey. I'm really thirsty today.
It's Friday, mate. Well, it's Saturday now. I mean, come on. That's all I had.
Try to fit. Oh, so short notice, I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, Bernard Manning's rung up, so can he have his joke book back? No, I'm not that far gone.
Yeah, I was never that desperate.
No.
Do. Let them soak for a minute. Jangling noises.
Pardon me.
I take it you're up to date on the chat, I suspect.
Yeah, Edward says he has a couple of things that he needs to do, so if I don't get back before the end, I'll catch up later. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for Cole and the chat. We're going for about another 50 minutes, Edward, so...
Yeah.
But nice to see you in, mate, and, yeah. Keep an eye out for squig-off updates, mate, because there are going to be printing updates going up on the Patreon, as well as some on-screen CAD designing, so, yeah.
Would they be squip dates?
Yeah. I see what he did there.
Yep.
So, yeah, there'll be a bit of that going on.
Yeah,
so.
Take care, Edward.
Always, king. He is the king of the squishies, isn't he?
I wish his squishies had done better than they did. I wish he still had his squishies.
I tell you, though, I take my hat off to the bloke because they're not an easy pet to look after. And he did a remarkable job with them because it's not cheap, but also the amount of hours and care and all of that lot that went into that.
Just for this thing that does that in the time. It's weird to call it a pet when there's no actual brain. It's not even It's alive, but
Yeah.
it's jellyfish. Jellies are weird. I love them.
Yeah, it's almost as if it's not aware, is it, cognitively, you know? But
Well, it isn't. It's just nothing. Well, I don't know, actually. It's weird because they've got no brain, but they can sense things.
yeah.
It's like,
How does
they
that
won't be
work?
conscious or aware, but yeah.
Because we're always educated that the sensory perception is in the brain.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose if it's got some simple neuronal cells, it can sense. I mean, it's got to stay in a certain temperature, a gradient in the water, and it'll move around to stay in that. So
Yeah.
it must have some basic sensory stuff, but not actual thinking. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you've got, like, celebrities who've got this enormous brain with billions and trillions of cells and are actually less smart than jellyfish.
Yeah, I know where you're going with that one. I can see that coming.
Hello, I'm a celebrity. I have no value whatsoever. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I was thinking Jedward straight away. And Joey Essex, yeah.
Well, I wasn't thinking of Jedward. I try never to think of Jedward.
Yeah,
You
no,
just totally dated yourself there.
Sure,
was that
I
early
don't
2000s?
mind. I don't need to date myself. I was born in 1967. I don't need to date myself, do I?
Jedward. What was that, mid-2000s?
No idea, mate. It's just a name that rings a bell for some reason. Wasn't it them annoying Irish people with the paintbrushes stuck on their head?
I don't know. I think there were some singing people or something.
Yeah.
I avoid it as much as I can. It always makes me laugh when some vacuous celebrity expresses their opinion on something important, and it's like, I don't care because your opinion is worthless.
Yeah, if I valued your opinion, yeah.
Yeah. If you're an expert in the subject about which you were talking, I'd value your opinion, but you're just some actor or actress or something, or musician, I don't care.
Oh, yeah. These multi-billionaire celebrities that come on the TV saying, can you send 10 quid of your money to this appeal? Well, I'll tell you what, how about, you send 20% of your wealth to the appeal?
Yeah, and your fee for this for this thing you've just filmed.
Yeah, you're worth over $1 billion. Well, why don't you give 10% of that to the charity? Just saying. Does annoy me, that Bonio bloke or whatever his name is, just pops up, doesn't he, like a... turns up for the opening of an envelope, doesn't he? A Geldof, send us all your money. It's like, sorry, mate, but...
I mean, if they have done, and then they're asking other people, that's fair enough, but, no. I'm scrubbing again.
Yeah.
Scrubbing.
And now they want you to leave money in your will to them. It's like, blimey, how much do you want?
No. But it's when you get celebrities, like actors and actors. Here's my opinion on this important issue and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're not an expert in this matter at all. You're just some actor.
Yeah.
Who cares what you think?
Yeah, and these celebrities that become UN ambassadors, it's like, look, I'm sorry, but...
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah. Mind you, I think more annoying is the people that buy, like, celebrity gossip magazines, because they're even more vacuous than the celebrities.
Oh, mate, yeah.
And soap magazines. What is... I
read the English magazine. Yeah. I think I'll find. Yeah.
I remember going on a date with someone once, and I got in the car.
Yeah.
And on the passenger, I had to move some magazines off the passenger, and they were all like soap opera gossip magazines. I didn't inquire for a second date. I'm thinking,
no.
Yeah, I'm gonna bail out of this date as quick as I can because there's clearly no brain in here.
Yeah, it's when I go, I really like this person and his thoughts on the global warming. It's like, okay. Yeah. Show me on the dolly where, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, God, it's like just soap magazines.
Yeah. You sit there, don't you? You're like, why?
It's like what? It's like it's a gossip magazine about fictional characters. What? I don't. My brain just goes.
Yeah,
So yeah, there wasn't a second date. She was very nice, but I was like, no, no. Tilt.
Didn't float your boat then.
Well, yeah, I didn't envision a lot of very interesting conversations. So
no.
You spend your time reading celebrity gossip magazines and soap opera. I'm like, because that also means you spend a lot of time watching this rubbish. No. I've had to suffer through that before.
Oh, right,
to sit through endless soap operas because the missus likes them and you're like, oh, God, just kill me now.
Yeah, it's like you're losing the will to live, aren't you?
Yeah. It's like I'm all for like get enthusiastic about TV programs and stuff. You know, I get enthusiastic about stuff, but not. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, it just gets a bit much, doesn't it?
Well, there's enthusiasm for your subject, and then there's just vacuous emptiness. Nothing new in chat. Oh, nothing new in chat. I hate cleaning a part and then dropping it into the water where you can't tell which part it was. Damn it. And you have to start again.
Yeah, but you're having fun, do you?
I am. I'm scrubbing.
I was said you was a scrubber.
I never deny anything said about me because it's attention and I'll sort of crave it all the time. Even if someone's slagging me off, I'm living in the head rent-free. More than happy with that, thank you.
Don't worry me, mate. People think what they think.
Yep, if I'm in their head rent-free, then that's fine by me.
I've always said they're picking on me, they're leaving someone else alone.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Scrubbing. Wait, scrubber.
Scrubbing. Scrubber. What bit you working on now then, Twiglet?
I'm doing the shoulders on an Harlequin dude whilst I'm letting my Star Weaver dry.
Star Weaver. Wah, wah, wah.
So I thought I might as well do a bit of the yellow on the shoulders there.
Sounds like a plan.
This is the things just flitting around, just doing stuff to keep them going, isn't it?
Yeah. There's always something to be doing.
Exactly, mate.
You know what I'm really looking forward to?
What?
On every single one of these track units, they've got like 2 or 3 wheels. And this bit in the middle is all flash that you can just carve out.
Oh, yeah, it's great fun.
I can't, that, on a resin kit, that's the equivalent of pulling the big plastic sheet off the front of your new TV. It's just,
yeah.
It's just, it is that equivalent, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly
I love
is.
doing that. Like you get windows and things with the flash in it. It's like, and it's, It's cheap thrills. If you're not into model kits, you wouldn't understand.
No. Here's a thing, would George leave that flash on there?
Yeah, our friend George had a TV. I think he's had it for like 5 or 6 years, he said, and he hadn't pulled the clear film off the front. And I'm like, this is just an abomination. No.
Why? I've got a Blu-ray player that I got when they first came out, and that has still got the cellophane across the LCD panel on the front.
I don't know how you...
And the remote control has still got the cellophane between all the buttons.
I like to watch a channel called Techmoan.
Yeah.
This guy that does lots of reviews of like weird audio equipment and stuff like that and just strange things. It's a good channel. But whenever he gets like a bit of that, he puts on this like bam, 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 bam music and he pulls it off slowly. He's like, oh, look, clear film. Bam, bam. Oh, yeah. not yet. He understands.
One of them, isn't it? Each to their own moments, isn't it?
I think with the TV, though, it's more like you've got it over the front of the screen, which means you're watching television through a piece of squinky plastic.
Yeah.
It's like, that's no... You don't go buy a big, expensive TV and then watch through some mingy film.
Yeah, but I know people that have got a three-piece suite covered in cellophane.
Yeah, there are people that do. They have the plastic sheeting on. It's like...
You sit down and you're like...
It's like either you have a lot of weird parties or you're a murderer or there's something not right.
Yeah.
When they do that. It's like either something happens in this house that involves a lot of fluids or you're just weird.
Oh, I don't want to be thinking of that.
No. And if it's a fluids one, I don't need the details. Thank you very much. I just don't want to sit on the sofa either.
No. No, you don't want to be absorbing. No.
It's like, you got wrap on your sofa. I'm going to go now, bye.
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah. Can you just wrap me in some of that wrap so that I don't have to sit down on whatever bacteria may be lurking?
Bacteria.
Yeah.
Come on, chat. Look alive. It's all gone quiet in chat.
Yeah. And normally it's all people that have got a girlfriend called Cassandra, isn't it? It's like, hey, Cassandra. Could you take that plastic and put that back on the chair, please, love?
That reminded me of the character from Nuts in May. Like, you have to chew 100 times.
Yeah.
Was it something Maria name was the character, his wife? Come on, chat. Step to it. We need inspiration.
They'll be all right. They're fine.
They're all sleeping or eating.
Yeah, they're probably in another room.
They're all in the same room together.
Yeah.
They're plotting. They're plotting, Colin. They're plotting against us. They're having schemes and thoughts.
That's right. They're welcome to.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's like when H goes away and goes quiet. You're like, what's she plotting? What's she scheming?
Yeah.
It's not to be trusted. This lot in a room by themselves.
Oh, could you imagine
all together.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine leaving them all unattended?
I'd rather not try and imagine that.
It'd be like when the teacher used to leave the classroom, wouldn't it? And it would just erupt into a paper ball fight.
Yeah, I was about to say the teacher would come back and there'd be a carpet of paper balls on the floor.
Yeah.
Spitballs. And...
We'd all be trying to make out that we'd all been on our best behaviour and it's like a room full of paper balls everywhere. It's like, yeah.
What was that? Oh. The actual key block for that just literally fell off.
Oh, dear.
Hopefully not causing any damage.
Yeah.
Anyway. No, it just decided to ping off.
Oh, well.
Saved me a job, I suppose.
Yeah.
Must have been on a very weak connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember at school, the routine was that when I was at secondary school, you always had two ballpoint pens. One was to be used as a ballpoint pen, and one was just a tube, because that was your weapon.
Yeah, pea shooter.
Yeah, for your spitballs. So you always had two pens, one of which wasn't a pen. Bic pens were the best. Word betide the boy with the fountain pen, because he didn't have any way to
you'd
fire
always
that.
get one, wouldn't you? And it'd be like, yes, because you're trying to use a fountain pen, you spud.
Well, I was clever enough because I had a fountain pen because I loved them, and a biro. So I had a weapon and a good pen.
Yeah.
I had this thing about fountain pens when I was younger. I don't know what it was. I used to draw all the time and stuff, and my dad used to bring like Coronation Street scripts home from work, so I'd have this endless supply of like drawing paper, and so I'd always be drawing and doing silly stuff, and for some reason I used to love drawing with fountain pens.
Yeah.
So for me, an amazing thing when I was like 7 or 8 years old was to go into the local newsagent shop, the local post office, and I'd be there and I'd see all the fountain pens on the rack, and I'd be like,
Oh yeah.
And they were only little cheap things. They weren't proper, expensive. They were just like cheap, whatever platinum
I
pens.
used to have the one with a bladder on it and the little lever.
Yeah, that was proper posh fountain pen. I was just cartridge pens for me, really. But yeah, so I used to go in and be like, oh, look at them fountain pens. Oh, I used to get excited by it when I was a little kid because they were great to draw with, and I could write really neatly with them. I couldn't write with anything else neatly.
Yeah, but with a fountain pen, you had to take your time writing with them, so you made a point of being very neat and precise. So yeah.
Although the downside was that they always started to run on a cartridge pen. Always started to run low on ink right when this teacher was doing a very long bit of very wordy dictation you had to write down. You're like, oh crap, don't run out now.
Yeah.
By the time I've changed the cartridge, it'll have said 800 different words. Yeah.
You used to always have a bottle of Quink. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Quink ink, yeah.
On the desk, and it was like, yeah.
The funny thing is, I always had a bottle of Quink, but I never had a bladder pen. I always had a cartridge pen.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I had a bottle of ink.
Yeah.
I was watching a video of a Japanese craftsman making a cartridge pen, fountain pen the other day, and I was like, I should buy some fountain pens to do drawing with because they're awesome.
I used to get the ones where you could change the nibs and all of that, and all the different styles of nibs for the proper calligraphy and that, yeah.
Well, when I actually got older and I was doing proper drawing, and I used to draw my little cartoon stuff, like my comic book art, things like that, it was a quite easy jump for me to go to like pen and ink drawing using an ink nib and a bottle of ink.
Yeah.
So I used to love doing that, so I might get back into that at some point.
Yeah.
Because it took me a long time, but I learned how to draw with a nib, with a stylus.
Pen and ink drawing was a thing that was,
Yeah, that was proper.
Used to love doing that in art.
Cross hatching was always so satisfying.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what it is about that. It's therapy, isn't
I know,
it?
it's just like, just making the little shadow. Oh, it's just great. And then, just teaching yourself how to do like swooping curves without looking like an angular thing, like, with a nib, especially with a square nib. You can still get. I used to love doing that. Very unforgiving, but once you mastered it,
yeah,
you were golden. Quink is still in production. Yeah, it's good ink. When I was doing drawing, I moved on to Daily Rowney inks, I think.
Yeah.
Jeff says plotting. Us wouldn't have thought of it, but now that it's been mentioned.
Absolutely. Be fun, wouldn't it, Jeff?
Yep. He also says, I have a thing about fountain pens now, but it's been a while since I bought a new one. I think I have about 30.
Oh, nice. Yeah, our kind of man.
PJ Lewis, my 2-year-old bench camera still has the film sheet over the lens. The picture is fine and the lens is protected from any airborne paint flecks or whatever.
Exactly, yeah. My 922 still has it on. Because I have been known to gloss coat my webcams before.
Yes. But surely if you've got the protective film on, you still get stuff on the protective film, so you're filming through a coated film.
Yeah, but you can clean.
You can take it off.
Yeah, you can clean it. Don't overcomplicate things, Fox, by trying to understand them. This is where you go wrong.
Is that what I do? Is that trying
That's
to
what you do,
understanding
yeah.
not a good thing?
Yeah, you try to get all logical and physics and stuff, and it's like, yeah.
Interesting fact, I shall not apply physics. Error.
Yeah.
Well, physics is so good.
Oh, physics is fun.
Oh, what a top noise.
Is physics still taught in schools?
Yeah. It's a staple biology, physics, chemistry, and whatever the other one was that nobody remembers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some schools just lump it all together as science, but when I was at school, it was chemistry, biology, and physics.
Yeah, it was separate. Yeah, chemistry, biology, and physics.
Chem, bio, and phys.
Yeah.
All of which, I liked biology. And I would have liked physics, but the way they taught us at school, physics was very, very boring and was just about, let's make a circuit. What?
Yeah.
It's not like physics that I think of now. It was like proper basic physics. Here's how
but the
lens
people
works.
like me, Jeff and PJ, let's make a circuit. It was a very orgasmic sentence to hear because it was electricity, wasn't it?
No, I mean that's a valid part of physics, but it was unfortunately that was like 5 years of physics education.
Yeah,
we didn't do any It's like if we'd been taught like quantum mechanics, or even just the basics of quantum physics at school, I would have been so happy about it. Yeah. Chemistry was just like math. I didn't want to know. I was like not interested. It scared me. It was terrifying. I didn't understand it.
The thing with chemistry is I wanted to know what I could mix together to make loud bangs.
Yeah, and that's why you got kicked out.
I had a bit of thing. I liked exploding things and fires as a kid.
Yeah.
Setting like the random things, and it was like, yeah. So which ones of these can I use in a jar to make a big boom?
If you go into one of the Guinness Book of Records in the mid-1980s, Colin is listed as the only child to get expelled from Borstal.
You haven't been speaking to my mum, have you?
Oh, she knows many things. So like chemistry just terrified me. Biology was interesting but boring again because it was the end of the dissection era, so it was the end of the period where you could do dissection. So we did things like dissecting rats and stuff like that.
Yes,
bull's eyeball.
Oh boy,
but it was kind of before that all got phased out in the end, which is a shame because it's important to know how things work if you're doing biology.
When we did it, you still could do a whole 2 terms on anatomy, human biology, and all of that was still a thing. So you got to look at the whole human anatomy and how that all went did its thing. And I found that remarkably interesting, to be honest with you.
It was, but the way we were taught it was done very dryly and boring, unfortunately. Yeah. And I think if See, when I was at school, I didn't want to be at school. I was bored. I hated it. I didn't like maths. I didn't like the history we were taught. I didn't like history at school because it was all kings and queens of England. Boring.
We did ours in sections where you did all your monarchs and UK history, and then you started doing world history
we never got past the boring like kings and queens of England crap.
We did all of that, and then it was
so boring.
It was like you had to learn your own history, your monarchs and your prime ministers and all of that lot. And then you started doing world and global history, so you did all the obligatory stuff, all the things that, we're not proud of the country's past for certain things that are hot topics that I won't go into. But we did all of that, but we did it in a way where they was teaching you that it was wrong.
Yeah, see, we didn't have any of that, literally. I mean, I studied history till 5th form.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it got better in 6th form, but, like, we were kings and queens of England, Tudors and Stuarts. And we started off like, we got like prehistory a bit, and then we got Romans, a lot of Romans, Roman Britain, history of Rome, the Greeks and Rome, and then it was like the last couple of years was Tudors and Stuarts.
Yeah. We did the wars, World War I, World War II. We did Vietnam War because that was under global history. Korea.
See, I would have loved that, but we never got that. We never got
the Zulus, the Boer War, all of those sort of things were covered. But in a tasteful way. Obviously, you had slavery and all that went with that, and the rights and wrongs of it, and all of that. But it was done in a very tasteful way, but also, look, it's history we can't deny. And then you had, obviously, the Holocaust and how that was a thing. And
see, we didn't get any of that. You got, it sounds like, because we both went to grammar school, so it sounds like you got a proper modern education before I had mine, and I got an old fuddy-duddy grammar school education from 1958.
Don't forget, though, I was in reform school as well, so we was locked in there, so you had no choice but to learn everything.
No. But you had a much better history thing than we did. Ours was so 1950s. Get out of bed.
So I was sort of, in a way, being in that environment, you absorbed the entire lessons and everything because you couldn't get away from it. You couldn't run away anywhere.
No, didn't have a choice.
You was handed over each time you went to somewhere else. You was, door unlocked. You was pushed through.
There you go.
You did your 2 hours of intense study. It was the short, sharp shock era, wasn't it? Where killed the silly kids with education. So I found it a very valuable thing, to be honest with you.
Well, it sounds like you had a much more interesting an education than I did, because, like I was going to say, it's like if my physics and history curricula had been more interesting, I would have probably been in some sort of science career by now, because I always had that little interest. And after I left school, and was able to learn things by myself, like watching documentaries and reading and learning about science and stuff just by myself. It was way more. I was like, wow, what is this quantum mechanics?
We had lessons on Arthur C. Clarke, lessons on Carl Sagan, and all of that, and it was cheap stuff, don't get me wrong, but it was very stimulating of the mind.
You had better than us.
So it was supposed to be a punishment, but actually it was probably a blessing. To be honest with you,
I should have been a more difficult child than she. Oh God!
The secret is to blow up your woodwork shop and burn the metalwork and woodwork blocks to the ground. But
I might not have done that. That might have been a wise move.
It got me 3 years there. So, but I learned more in them 3 years of education, all joking aside, than I did in all the years beforehand. So, and I learnt very important life lessons. So,
I just wonder what I would have been doing now if my science education had really inspired me. It wasn't.
Well, me and Helen actually enrolled to become a scene of crime forensics people up in London. And obviously Helen fell pregnant for the first time, so our things changed, and when we moved down here, it was just impossible to commute with 2 young kids and the cost.
Yeah,
so
that would have been cool.
I stopped as well, but that was our thing as young people, that we wanted to use our experience or knowledge to try to help victims of crime or whatever, But they did a bit of scratching and investigating and realised I liked to play with fire as a kid, and it was a bit of a... Yeah. But once I realised where I had been and how behaved I was, but...
Yeah, I'm going to call you Abby from now on then.
It was a thing, yeah. But anyway, that's enough of my shady past. You don't want to read about that.
I just wish that my science teachers, firstly, had a better curriculum, but also had been a bit better at teaching it, because they didn't really inspire me. And I feel it was in my mid-30s that I started to get this liking for science, and I've not got the resources or time or ability now with my old brain to learn stuff like I would have done when I was a kid.
It's one of those. I mean, I obviously went to adult colleges to do the welding and the electronics and things like that, because once I had discovered that I could educate myself and learn new things and become a better person, I thrived for it. And it was like a big mission of discovery, isn't it? And so I enjoyed every minute of it. And this is why when my boys went to higher education, I was so supportive of them, because it's like, you've got opportunities in life we didn't have.
Yeah.
The education that you can get, use it and go and live the dream, because,
Can I just point out for the cold-hearted out there, that's obviously not glued on, but that's the tracks on the side of one of the little grot tanks.
Oh, yeah.
Who is that? There'll be a little turret on the top. Let me see if I can find a turret. There'll be a little, round cupola on the top like that.
It's so easily pleased, because I'm lucky I built mine. So,
So adorable.
You're getting the Fox factor now because he's discovering the cuteness of the grot tank.
Whereas now I can actually put the bits loosely together and go, ooh.
Yeah. So you are going to get lots of squee noises now.
I keep forgetting I've got the big orc kill burster tank as well, which is massive.
Yes.
And I've got that. I'll have to get a proper washing up bowl to clean the bits for that one.
Oh dear.
How you getting on there, Spud, with your diamonds?
I'm all right, mate. I'm doing very delicate lines now between them. Just going back over with me corn red just to start bringing out the shadow lines. So.
Nice. Nice. Well, I'm not going to start any more clean-up because we've only got 10 minutes or so. So there's no point starting a whole new clean-up.
Yeah, no worries,
and I haven't got space, so I shall chat, Dolly, while you're doing that. So come on, chat while you've got my eyes.
I'm only doing a couple of little lines, mate, and then we can...
you take your time.
We can park up.
Jeff says, adorable, I now want to build some grot tanks. I'll see if it's got some pictures in the instructions. Hang on. Oh, no, because it's proper Full.Build instructions where they just show you one of them built and say, right, go and build the others.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you'll see it on camera.
Here's one we prepared earlier. Go and build them yourself.
Yeah. Keep in mind that they're actually for grots, so they're all crewed by grots, which are tiny little dudes. So, I don't have any good pictures of them. So I'm looking forward to painting them. Yeah, that killburster
you'll
tank.
Love them, mate.
Yeah. I think my orc vehicles will all be the... I'm really liking the painting method of just painting it all rust colours and then circle dry brushing on the actual paint colour to make it look patchy and faded, rather than just doing it base colour and chipping. Just doing it that way like we done on the Stomper instead, because to me it looks much more rough and ready than... just painting it blue and then putting chipping on it. It's like, no, because this Orcs in it's got to look battered and scrappy. It can't look...
Yeah, it can't look too neat, mate. It's Orc.
No, I don't want it to look like it used to be painted nicely and then was knackered. Athel McNichols in says, -5 degrees and I cannot sleep, so mini grot tanks and a weaver, morning chaps and them in chat.
Hello, how you doing, mate? Sorry, you've got a bit of insomnia there, buddy?
Ooh, there'll definitely be some heating and reshaping for this harvest lighter. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the gap there.
Sorry, mate, I was in the middle of doing a line.
No, I'm showing the chat, don't worry. I'm showing the people in chat. It's like, oh, you carry on doing what you're doing, buddy. Oh, like at the back there, you line it up perfectly, but then it just, oh, there'll be some heating there, I think. Look at that big, massive gap.
Oh, yeah, you've got to do your hot water, mate. It's a baptism, mate. It's a rite of passage.
No, it's just reshaping. That won't be a big problem.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Unless it's a nub that I've missed. I mean, that's just heating that and bending it together. That's fine, that.
You'll be fine.
That's not a problem, that one. Or even just clamping it might work. In fact, it might just be some of the overhangs are actually need bending up a little bit, actually. It might even just be that.
Yeah.
It might not be. Actually, it might just be that little overhang that needs shaping. Okay, that might be easier.
It's all a conspiracy against you, all these kits with all these things that don't fit. It's all a conspiracy.
Oh, no, resin, I absolutely expect to be fettling with resin, because that's how it works.
Exactly.
It is the order of things. I always like to start the resin kit hoping that everything will just miraculously fit perfectly, and when it doesn't go, okay, that's not so bad.
Yeah, then the disillusionment steps in, doesn't it?
Well, so far it's not been so bad because it's all been orc stuff, so it doesn't really matter if nothing quite fits properly. We're saying good morning to Athol. Currently -3 degrees C here in my neck of the woods, says Jeff Light. I don't know what we are in here, about -3 I think at the minute.
Yeah, -3.
Yeah.
He says with his window wide open.
Yeah, but we got lights on and stuff, haven't we? And boilers. You've got boilers and computers going.
Exactly. Let's just pop that in. I've just got to mute for a sec to ring up a certain person who stubbornly hasn't got up.
I'll see if I can change my focus to show you the detail on the engine. Hang on, let me just put that over there. Got to move my focus. Where's my focus tool? There it is. Right, let's put that there. Hold this up for you, and we shall focus. See, beautiful detail on this engine. That's lovely. So nice. I think this is a remold, a new mould, because the Harvest Lighter's a bit of an old kit. So I think this is actually a new mould because that's looking wonderfully crisp and clean. Where's the cockpit? Where's the pilot? We can't find the pilot. There's the pilot. I can't find him. Oh, no, there he is. So you might see the pilot there. Oops, if I get on camera. Got the pilot there moulded in. So nice. So I think this is a new mould because it's looking very crisp. So I suspect it might be a bit new. Because they'll do that with Forge World. Any resin kit, but with Forge World, they tend to make the mould, use it for a couple of years. When it becomes garbage, get rid of it, do a new mould. And that's why they go out of stock for a while, and then it comes back, these things.
Yeah. Al says, not insomnia, more freezing toast due to Mary pitching the duvet and snoring the head off. Yeah, I've got one of them, mate. That's where getting yourself a pair of toasties will help out. I'll just bung them on your plates, mate. You can't go wrong.
Yep.
They're wife-proof, mate.
Well, just get a duvet 4 times the normal size.
Yeah.
It won't make any difference, just look at the whole duvet.
Do you know what I did in the end? I got my own king-size duvet and I fold it like a sleeping bag, so I'm actually laid on it. I defy her to ever be able to grab a bit of that.
Ah, you made yourself a duvet burrito.
Yeah, she has a go, don't get me wrong. A little claw will come over, starting to grab it, to try and acquire it, and it's like, yeah, you'll let that go.
Good luck with that, love. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
See ya.
I didn't realise that was yours. Yeah, of course you didn't. I know what you're doing. Be a multiple duvet layers. Yeah. Normally with H, you just see a nose peering out of a tiny little gap. It's like, yeah.
Multiple duvet.
Bless her.
She knows. She'll still try, but she knows.
Oh, you'll hear the stagger in a minute as it comes walking out of the bedroom looking like Alice Cooper. So, yeah.
Hear the boiler go...
Yeah, bless her. Stagger, stagger, stagger. It's like, yeah. Oh, that time, is it? Yeah. Oh.
I hate you.
Why did you ring me? Because I'm scared if I don't, you beat me up.
Yeah. Because if I don't, you'll kill me. PJ says it's -5 there. Let's have a look what temperature it is here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Apparently it's -4, which feels like -6 at the moment.
Yeah.
In my oblast.
Yeah. Anyone
Manchester
out
Oblast.
there that's dealing with the cold and ice, just be careful, folks. Especially if you're driving, just be careful out there.
Especially if you're in the US where they still have massive snowstorms.
Yeah, it really is. You know, it's imperative that you take care.
Imperative. Brassic.
Brassic, mate. It's proper taters, mate. Not normal taters. This is proper taters.
Proper hardcore taters.
Yeah. Proper taters.
Right, well, I've got them 2 cleaned up, so that's good. They'll be dry by tomorrow evening, probably. Fully dried out, air dried.
Oh, nice. Look at you with your they'll be dried outness.
Well, the thing is, like I say, I can't do any priming at the minute, so I may as well just spend my 3 hours that I can do this cleaning up all my resin kits.
And what did you do yesterday? Yeah.
I cleaned some resin.
Show me on the dolly where you did all your cleaning.
So I've got, what have I got left? I've got my Killburster tank to do. I've got a Norzilla to do. And I've got a squad of Deathcore, I think.
Right,
and then I think I'm up to date then.
I've got all of my...
to clean up, I mean.
Yeah, all of mine are all primed, ready to go. I've just got to pull my finger out and get round to painting them all because I have been a lazy little Festa, and let's be honest.
Yeah, nothing wrong with being lazy. Sometimes you just have to be lazy, though.
Let's just bung that in there and get that out of the way. But yeah, not a highly productive night from me, I'm afraid, folks. But
sure, I'll put you full screen.
we got some diamonds done. So as you can see, they've started coming through. There you go.
Not a highly productive night, he says, showing this fantastic diamond work on it. You can show up, it's good work. You've done a lot of work and it's gorgeous.
So we're getting there. It's just, like I say, very early stages yet, but And then I've done a little bit of colouring with the yellows just on the shoulder pads and knee pads. So not a massive amount done. But I just wanted to get the back of this broken where I could get it laid out. And now it's just a matter of doing all the tonal changes and the different layers. So I'm happier now that I'm seeing that. I mean, it's not a great facsimile of the box art, but I've had a damn good try.
It looks good to me, mate. You're not finished it yet, though, so don't put yourself down. I'm going to guess one of the longest steps of the diamond pattern will be doing all the edge highlighting where the diamonds are.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be quite tiny work. That's going to be quite interesting.
So we're beginning to get there, but I've had a good go at it. That's all I'm interested in, and I was determined to have a try. So there you go.
Yeah. Jeff says the diamonds look fantastic, Festa.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
Out of interest, in case anybody wants to do similar, where did you get your vinyl diamond thing from?
I got them from Hobby.Design.
I've used them for custom decals. They're great.
Yeah, I've used them before for stencils of what's it called? You know, the identity logos of things and that, you know, and graffiti, you know, where you can get certain graffiti fonts and that, and you can do it. But now, a lot of the time, I do it on my Silhouette Cameo, where I could lay out that and use my plotter cutter to do it. But I didn't see the point of going to all of that with that when I could actually get the accurate sized diamond as a stencil. So
because that's actually designed for that vehicle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's designed for that vehicle, and you've got even microscopic ones that you could put on the Harlequins themselves. So but I enjoyed painting them freehand, but I've got all different size checkers and diamonds that I can use there. So, and this was called Jester Diamonds. Yeah, the stencil.
No, I don't know if they are affiliates of yours or anything like that. They're not for me, but I do personally recommend Foil Hobbies, especially if you've got some custom decals you need making and you've got no one around that can make them for you. They're in the US.
Yes.
But it's not that. I got my Krieg decals printed by them, and they're really good.
Yeah. Yeah,
they do really good whites. So
yeah, like I say, I ordered both sets. They did ask what I was up to with it, and I said I'm filming and streaming this. So I got 2 sets for the price of 1. So
cool. Nice.
They done me a little deal there because but that's
do check them out. Like I said, they're in the US. They're not that expensive at all. They're great.
No.
I've used them.
No, so
very nice decals.
Yeah. Very nice, and it's enabled me to line them out or lay that out very easily, as you've seen tonight. So,
like a glove.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do a lot of stuff for Warhammer, but they do lots of other stuff as well. It's not just Warhammer.
Oh, no, they do all kinds of stuff, industrial stencils. They do a lot of the hazard stripes and things like that, walled-in stencils, nuclear symbols that you can use a stencil to airbrush and all of that. So they do all of that, as well as, you know, things like markings for World War II aircraft and things, but predominantly it's tabletop. But
and they can make, if you've got a design, they can make decals for you.
They also do airbrush stencils, small side decals, 3D printed resin parts, LED lighting kits, custom decal and stencil design. So if you've got your own design, they will make you a stencil for it. So if you haven't got a plotter cutter, you can make your own
plotter cutter.
Plotter cutter, yeah.
Plotter cutter.
If you haven't got one of your own, then go one of them. But I just thought, for that price, which I think was about $11 a set, which I don't think's that bad, to be honest with you.
Not for reusable vinyl.
Reusable vinyl, different sized diamonds, and I
mean, when I got my Krieg decals, it's a massive A4 sheet. They sent me 2 massive A4 sheets. I sent them a PSD file.
Yeah.
They basically created the decals on that, made 2 big A4 sheets, and including white, which is very expensive to create, it cost me like $35 including shipping.
Yeah,
about 3 years ago. So it's dirt cheap. So
you can't argue with it. You really can't.
No.
And
not affiliated with them, but I'll always recommend them.
I'm not affiliated with them yet. There is something possibly in the pipeline.
Jolly good. But there's very few places you can get decent white decals, and that's one of them. So
yeah.
In what I've done, I've just cleaned some bits. That's it. End of. I've cleaned some bits.
You've spent 3 hours washing up, basically, haven't you?
I have basically, yeah. I've been doing the washing up, but on a very fine scale.
Hands that do dishes. No, we won't go there.
Hairy lip squid.
I was trying to think of a clean version of that, and I couldn't.
Yes. So I've got my grot tanks cleaned up, and I've got my harvest lighter cleaned up. So I've only got, like I said, kill tank, death core squad at rest or advancing, and a Norzilla, and I think that's all my resin kits done then, cleaned up.
Yeah. Jeff says, I'm on their site now. It looks like a lot of them are for $10. Yeah. Cheap as chips, Jeff, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, when you think about it. And, you know, they're reusable. They're very well made. I certainly haven't had an issue with them, although it's the first time of using this particular set. But in previous ones of theirs that I've had no issues, mate.
When I was looking at getting some decals made, every single place I found that could print white decals or could use white inks that didn't have an Alps printer. There was two groups. Ones that had Alps printers and wanted you to do 1,000 sheets minimum order. Or ones that would do if 1 or 2 sheets but charge you like $100.
Yes.
And it's like, these guys are like, no, we'll do you 2 massive A4 sheets for like $35. I'm like, okay, here's all my money.
We will shoehorn as many of them designs on there to get the maximum use out of the sheet. And believe you me, they do get the maximum use out of a sheet.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, I don't know how they do it, because I don't think they use an Alps printer, so I don't know how they print white. But they're obviously doing it in such a way that it's not ridiculously expensive and they can do short runs.
Exactly.
So, and I chatted with them on email. They're really nice guys. Just give them all your money.
Yeah, they're a friendly bunch. And like I say, they did me a deal on there, and I was more than happy, so...
I certainly know we're in the UK that does it worthwhile. I found a few places, but they're all like really weird blokes that want 400 sheets or a really... I found one guy...
minimum print run.
Yeah, I found one guy that would do like... that did my decals for my striker, but he was really weird and a little bit creepy and clingy, and the decals weren't very good at all.
Oh, do you want to show us on the dolly where he touched you?
I can show you on the E-Models Drebbing Striker, the decal. I think I mentioned it in the thing. I said...
yeah.
I said, I'm not going to say who it is, but these are terrible, and yeah.
I know one of them. I won't name them, but I know several people that have used one particular supplier that does that sort of thing, and everyone that's used them have said it ripped the paint off their paint job. Yeah.
Well, this guy was like, he insisted on speaking over the phone because he's old, which is weird. And also he said, I do all the decal work for the royal carriages.
Yeah, what's he?
So I know everything. I know everything about decals and Alps printers, and he had this long, boring conversation where he talked to me about Alps printers and everything. And at the end of it, his decals were crap. So I'm like, wow.
Yeah, what's he want me to do about that? Throw him a party or something? You know what I mean? It's like,
it's very boring. Terrible decals.
The minute people start name dropping that they might have a royal warrant or something like that, I'm like, yeah, you're full of it.
But
mate.
It's like, considering everything you've said, I gave you a single colour decal, like a decal that was all white, and you managed to misregister it, and it's one colour. Really?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't use his... I didn't know.
Anyway, folks, it's time for us to Pillocks to wrap up for the night and let you all go to your beds and do your thing and all of that. I should be about Sunday at 2 p.m. I'm going to do a show with Dave this week because I want to catch up with Dave on a few things. So we're penciling in to do a two-man Sunday stream this week.
Is he live from the shed?
Yeah. So we're going to catch up on that and see what we can plan going forward to get back into some of that content as well. I want to try and shake things up a little bit. So, yeah. So I'm not sure yet whether long term I'm going to keep the Sunday show going or not. I haven't decided yet. I just need to keep things changing because I don't like them getting stale. So
no.
So I'm going to do a two-man this week. It's easier for me ears this week as well. So
Yeah.
And then I'm back Monday for the solo tank over on E-Models. Fingers crossed if Fox gets his new build, we'll be launching that on Wednesday.
Yeah, if not, more Baneblade.
If not, he'll be doing more Baneblade. So, unless he gets his washing up bowl back out, of course. But
no, because it's not E-Models, is it? They don't,
no. So I'll be doing a bit more on my Lieferwagen. So I want to try and get that primed over the next couple of days when I've got my spray booth set back up. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. You got anything planned filming wise or anything like that?
I will, well, hopefully by Monday, Tuesday, it'll be warm enough that I can go outside and prime a load of stuff.
Yeah, because like me, you want to do Cromlech, don't you?
Yeah, so I think then as soon as I can get stuff primed, I want to start painting some of my Cromlech kits. And I want to do the half track and I want to do the dudes. But I might get some more dudes to go with the half track first. I don't know. So I might just start painting. So at some point next week, I'll have primed the great coats dudes and I'll start painting those little figures.
Yeah, there you go,
I'll do a little
folks.
video on that. And it'll be my first how to paint a figure video, which is quite challenging because it's tiny and camera at work. And so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, God, he's not happy unless he's whining.
No, I'm looking forward to it because because the setup I've got means it's actually easier than it was never possible before because of the setup I had. But now it means I can, because I've got a decent like camera on the phone and I can actually do it now. So I've got to teach myself where to hold things. It's like interesting. I'm looking forward to that.
Exactly. Yeah,
I've never done it before, but hopefully I can now.
All of that funness to come, folks.
Other than that, just Wednesday and Friday with you, and that's it.
Yeah, I've got more videos going up this week of RoboCop and the big Mustang. Hopefully I'll have the Audi on next week. I've got Ringo the Beetle that I'm filming at the moment, the abandoned Beetle, that's still getting filmed. And then for me, I've got my big box there of resin stuff, all primed and painted, so I'm going to be pumping out some videos on painting me Cromlech and me Full.Build stuff, folks, because I've been asked by folks whether or not I'm going to film them, so I don't want to let people down.
Oh, do you know what's really ironic as well? On Tuesday or Wednesday, somebody said, when are you going to finish that X-Wing part work? And I sat there and I thought, you know what? Let's just get the boxes out and finish it. Let's just do it. Let's just get this X-Wing finished. Let's just do it.
Yeah, it's millstone round your neck, isn't it?
Well, and then I look, because at the moment it's on top of a shelving unit, like sitting on its engine, sitting up. And I seem to remember that I'd figured out that when it was finished, it would just fit just under the ceiling. So I thought, I'll just double check. And I got the length of how it is when it's finished. And it was like, oh, it won't fit. And I realised I literally have nowhere else to put it. I'm like, so I can't. So the first time in about 3 years, I thought, let's get this thing done. And then I was like, I can't finish it because there's nowhere to put it. God damn it.
Oh, lammerkins. The perils have been you, dear.
For that brief moment, I had the enthusiasm came back and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we got loads of stuff for you to all look forward to, so we'll be doing a bit of that. Don't forget, folks, the links for all of this stuff is in the description below this video, so go and hit up the link. Why not? Save yourself a few quid if you want to build along to some of the painting videos, and it all helps me out at the end of the day.
Yep.
On that note, we'll love and leave you and see you on a Sunday for a bit of a Sunday stream with a bit of gallery, and see you on the dark side, folks. You take care now.
Adios, amigos. Stay safe.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best.